sound. Hello, chat. I hope you can hear us this time, because you couldn't on Tuesday night, and you didn't tell us. Thanks. So if someone on my screen could, check our audio to make sure it is on, I would appreciate it.
I will let you know as soon as I get the us, because it's still showing the loop.
Yeah.
I hear it. We're all good.
Yay! Thank you, chat.
Hello.
This is Magic Fish Radio, where I'm the producer and I have no idea what I'm doing. But I make it fun.
Thank you, Arcane.
Oh, hello, Arcane the Sage. So, my nerd kind, on this channel, we all know that I have ADHD in general, and in particular for gaming, and I need new games and new experiences and to do weird new stuff. So this is why we are having an epic big battle in a World of Darkness game, which is not what it was designed for. But yeah. Then again, I've patched this game together from like 2 or more different systems and editions, and we're gonna make it work. So yes, we do tabletop aside from all that nonsense. Join our Discord, where my nonsense makes more sense because I have a chance to edit it. Because it's Discord. We are also a bit short on players because, again, this summer has been cursed. So we are currently accepting new players for Exit to Eden and our Tuesday night games. Current Tuesday night game is G.I. Joe, or at least that's what we thought it was when we started, and then it turns out it was a Transformers game in disguise, because GM John.
Gee, it's almost like the song goes Robots in Disguise or something.
Hasbro knows what it did.
Transformers, Karve is a guy.
And since GM John does love his switcheroos, I'm considering renaming Tuesday nights Campaigns in Disguise.
I dig it.
I dig it.
So, yeah, because we need a wittier title for that. Too boldly weird, like some have weird before. Probably. Yes. So Tuesday nights is G.I. Joe. After a couple more weeks of that, we're going to have an anime 5e game for 4 sessions. And it doesn't sound like anyone at all is interested in that yet, which is like, what?
I am, but...
Yeah, day job went evil.
Oh, I'll tell you later.
Yeah. Oh, hello, Tiffany.
If it wasn't 5e, I might be more interested.
Yeah. But yes, Tuesday is a series of short campaigns as we play through everything on GM John's bookshelf. Which did not make for a pithy title. Saturdays, we alternate between tonight's game, Exit to Eden, A World of Darkness in Space, and indie one-shot games, which we haven't had for several weeks because, again, the summer is cursed. I should have asked before stream, Merc, could we do Caribous next week?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna do Caribous. It's not the game's fault. We've played the game before. It's the summer that is cursed.
Yep. We've had a great deal of fun playing this game, actually. We've played it 3 times.
Yeah.
One at full length, which took us 2 episodes. And the other 2 at the rules edits that we've done to make it fit in the 3-hour time slot.
And now, Merc has...
the game does say takes 6 to 8 hours to play, so it's a good game. It's a fun game. If you like role-playing, you'll love Caribous. We had a great time when we played the full game.
It's very rules light. Rules
did
light,
take
roleplay heavy.
It did take us 6 hours.
But now Merc has all of the Kickstarter goods on it, which we didn't have before, and so it's like, I want to play the wacky cerebral game. Why won't the summer let me game? But yeah. Oh, there are people in chat that aren't us. Hi, people. Yay. None of them is a bot. This is being an excellent Saturday. So yes, says if you are interested in running an indie RPG one-shot on a Saturday night, join our Discord and chat with us about it. We also have an application form on our Discord. Typhonius Starheart,
I think he's the one talking about the Power Rangers one.
Oh yeah,
the one that...
I know. That's what I was about to say. Is interested in running a one-shot of Power Rangers for us, which would be excellent because that was mine and GM John's first experience with Essence 20, and it was rather traumatic thanks to badly copy-edited module sheets. So if Typhonius can bring us back from that, that would be awesome. Because again, it's not Power Rangers' fault. But yeah, so with that, let's get to some player introductions. Oh, channel points. I have taken the limits off of NPC drops. But again, I have final say on whether your NPC drop is an enemy or an ally. And I have room for that tonight as well. But yes, we use channel points instead of cash, so you can drop stuff on the players and the GM. And we make it fun. I have to stop reading chat. I have to do my GM thing. Okay, so, I will probably think of more things to say after our players introduce themselves. Dune, or Merc, who are you playing tonight? It's probably Dune.
I'm Merc. I play Dune, the Wolfblood. It's sort of adjacent to Werewolf, although not quite. Dune started out as the heavy of the group. We got new people who are heavier, unfortunately, but, you know, that's what he does. He's the closest thing we get to human in Karve Tourism.
Woohoo! And collector of pets.
Well, that's not my fault.
Well, I mean, Puka slash Sungrazer kept picking them up, but Dune has to keep taking care of them.
Yeah, okay, fair. I don't collect them, I take care of them, because Dune was raised on a farm, literally.
In the wolf country.
In the wolf country.
Woohoo! Hi chat, there's people in chat. Let's go clockwise. Zardoz, who are you playing and what name do they go by today?
I am playing Holiday, the piano-playing lawyer, like I always play, despite what the character name may say. It'll be fine.
Woohoo! Jesus, I have so many GM plus ones to use today. But this
Please don't.
Today is the day for them.
Today is the day.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Great.
Speaking of which, Fennec, who are you playing tonight?
As I contemplate my character's morality, I'm Fennec. I'm playing Isfir. You know, she's just very laid back. You know, changeling who just wants to get their supernaturals out and somehow ended up with these chuckle fucks to go punch a planet. It's fine.
Go plant a planet in its hole.
Were you calling a chucklefuck nerd?
I meant whole group. The whole group is chuckle fucks. I also chuckle fuck. Another chuckle fuck found chuckle fucks.
I mean, we are going to get into a clusterfuck, as it were, but...
She's Night Court. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, she's
the
Night
happiest, most gregarious. She had, if the gregarious flaw was a thing in NWoD, I think Esphere would have it.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
I totally blame her creation. Like I was telling John the other day, I watched no, it's John. I watched Black Widow while making her, and I'm like, Yelena, I like that. Let's put that in tabletop.
Still haven't seen that. Maybe now that I have some spoons, I can watch TV again. Whew.
Let me know when you find them and pass a few along to me, because I want to watch the new season of Stranger Things, and my brain is just like, nah.
Yeah, the Stranger Things stole Moo. There's a character in it, and that's Moo the Tabaxi Barbarian, and I'm like, really? Really? See me on Nerdsmith some time ago. Anyway, yeah, so this is NWoD in space. Our characters are, Esphere is new. They picked her up recently. Most of these two of these characters, because again, the summer is cursed, are from a system called Idun, which is probably the last bastion of tolerance of supernaturals in the Expanse sector. Because there's the core, there's the Expanse, and then there's the rim of space, or the verge, on the outside where all the newest colony worlds are. And every few hundred years, they open another ring of space out so people can go colonize it. It is illegal to be a supernatural being in the core. And a lot of Expanse systems are trying to become members of the core as it expands its influence outwards. And so our players are currently in a system called Limos, which is on a verge of a Supernat purge. Almost all of the other systemic injustices are done and gone and done with. So there's no more racism, homophobia, sexism, all that's over. Except they've tripled down on classism, and Supernats are everyone's favorite scapegoat. So,
Which Isphere and I say.
yes.
On the verge of a purge.
Yep.
Hmm.
So, our party is part of Karve Tourism Ltd, which is a front for an underground railroad. Maybe I can talk tonight. No, I have too much energy to speak. That's great. Thanks. Okay.
What's in that Coke?
I don't know!
Actual Coke.
Aspartame! I only had
Actual
one!
Coke. Actual Coke.
Yeah, I was gonna
God,
say.
I hope not.
But the Coke fighting Coke. Wait, no. Don't do that.
Please, no.
It's good for you.
It had marbles in it, and they're all stuck in my mouth now. So yes, Underground Railroad. So they came to this system to try and get the Supernats out before people started throwing atom bombs at them. And since all of the Supernats in the system seem to have fallen onto a shittier planet than the main one and formed their own colony, now they're all in a really easy place to nuke. However, one of the problems with all of these systems kicking out their Supernats is that just because you expel them from your system doesn't mean their problems go with them. And this party has run into, you know, Huntsman from the Hedge, and in this case, a wound between the Shadow World with some Abyss taint on it, and the werewolves stationed there in their pack for centuries can't just leave it behind because werewolf oaths. And if you leave an abyssal vortex in the middle of a planet that is in itself surrounded by the abyss of deep space, it stops being just one system's problem. So our plucky protagonists have talked, what did I say? There were like 40,000 people in this colony. They got 2,400 to come down and punch the hole until it closed. Or something like that.
Pretty good number.
But compared to the number of people on it, it's like, but couldn't we, what, okay. A lot of people in the system are just sort of tired of fighting and have mixed feelings about fighting for the humans that want them to die anyway, and it's like, also the thought of people needing to stay on the colony to defend it in case someone attacks them, because they technically already have been by a douchey Supernat hunter. That Holiday...
Hunter is...
Yeah. That was imprisoned, and then Holiday took all of his money.
And his friend's money.
He didn't need money.
Alright, so, players, you have 22 plus ones in the pool. I have considerably more.
Yay.
Yes.
Chat, you can buy plus ones for the players. They go into a pool. You can buy the GM plus ones, which are mine, and then I use them on my characters. And then you can also purchase NPC drops, and I will make them work. Although if they're problematic or if they're trolling us in a problematic way, I will tell you to go fuck yourself or rewrite it. Sounds fair?
I dig it.
Yeah.
Or maybe just rewrite it or go fuck yourself. Well, that's more proactive, right?
As our thingy says, if I can put it in chat.
Exclamation point politics.
There we go, I remembered.
Because the no politics rule is stupid and supports the oppressors. Anyway, you can tell I really like Cyberpunk. So
That's what we
yeah,
should play at
our
some point.
players also have a rare and wondrous hollow ship, which is hollows are like pockets in the hedge that changelings use to like live in and farm goblin fruit and stuff. Sometimes you can find them on a really big space station because there are enough people there to sustain the bridge to the hedge. They're not supposed to be able to exist on small cargo ships, or whatever you have turned yours into. But, you know, they got it off some dead privateers.
It's fine. We just have a TARDIS in our spaceship.
And they technically have room to smuggle the entire Supernat population out of this system. But first, they have to bring it back down to Logoi. The system is Limos. Logoi is the main habitated planet like Coruscant, so megacity. And Dysnomia is the shitty colony planet with the shipyard.
Thank you for the NPC drop, Arcane.
Twitchy Swan Artillery Specialist. That is probably a reference I'm not getting, so...
It's fine. I'm sure it's a beast changeling of some sort for our purposes.
See, and that's how you do it, chat. Swans are far nastier than... Yes, yes, yes. Absolutely hard to agree. And we've also had an evil emu. That was interesting.
You remember the emu.
So,
was not
yeah.
well received.
So, chat, if you have any questions about what the fuck is going on, ask in chat, and one of our mods will see it, because I'm busy running the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got it. And then we'll derail just kind of like I did, like, and then it works.
Yes. So, when last we left our protagonists, they had done some of the planning session, and it came down to we can get all of the fighters onto the ship in 24 hours, and then smuggle them back down to the planet.
After we rework the hedge gate from a cabinet into a rolly garage door.
Yeah, I'll say you can do that much. So that's I'm gonna hand wave
Called
that.
HGTV, and they did it.
Home Hedge and Gardens Television.
Yeah.
Indeed. So yeah, I'd say there are enough changelings on this planet who are like, and though that does mean that they are also getting to see how it works, but you know, maybe non-evil changelings could do some good with more of these ships. Oh. Vampiric Yoda, thank you for the raid.
Hey, welcome in, Vampiric Yoda.
Woohoo. So, one thing that came up was, how do we get over 2,000 people off the ship and into the shittiest, sector of the planet without being noticed? But Tobias, your little vampire hacker friend, well, the one that you don't work for, they are getting some stuff together to fuck up all the cameras and send spoof leads to the cops, because there was also a huge weapons theft on planet just recently. So yeah, there are more cops in the shittiest sector right now. They don't want to be there, but they are.
Yeah. And I mean, watching us clown car it up is probably not the greatest idea.
Yeah, so Tobias is already working on some backdoors they already have in there, because this is where the Supernats used to live on that planet, because it was a shitty neighborhood, and no, you know, this hating Supernats isn't a new thing in this system. It's been building for centuries. So yeah, backdoor, and also all of the various Supernats with stealth powers and mass stealth powers are working, you know, basically organizing themselves into teams just to get quietly clown car out of, yeah. So, because Chris wants to hand wave all that, because Chris does. So
We will not look the gift horse of GM storyteller Grace in the mouth. We will gladly accept.
When the GM is like, this part bores me, let's skip it.
There you go.
And do.
I'm glad I brought it up to make everyone sweat a little bit, but now that that thrill is over, let's get on to the good stuff. Unfortunately, after much deliberation, Liz is not going, because the rest of the summer court has implored that she stay here to both organize people into the Exodus and also defend the colony if someone decides to attack right now. And she is not happy about it, but this is the problem with being
in charge.
Well, being the smart summer courtier. She
Uh,
wants
gotta-
to do the beatdown, yes, but she also is the most logical and brainy member of that court, and so she doesn't always get to do what she wants as a summer courtier.
then who's in charge while she's not here?
No, she's staying.
She's staying here because they want her to stay in charge.
Yeah.
Oh, but you mean on the ship with everybody else? Got it.
Correct.
Holiday, you're the most capable.
You're in Nova Court, though.
Technically,
Isn't
they're
summer.
aligned.
The Nova Court and the Summer Court, they don't have all of the monarchs represented here yet, so those two have kind of melded together. The Nova Court is one of the 4 cosmic courts, which are basically the seasonal courts, but space.
Fair.
Because I stole this from someone else's game. Anyway.
I guess we'll be having a conversation about it on the ride over.
Yep. Well, there is also the Night King is going. The werewolves have one of their representatives, and werewolves, while they're werewolves, will follow the leader. And they're all kind of set up into teams anyway, because they're werewolves. And there are far more of them going than any other splat. There aren't that many mages going. There's only there's 50 who are working on the spell to close the
Abyss,
the wound.
correct?
And anytime a mage is talking about it, they say it with the closed. So you're not really sure what's going on, but also your party mage is not here to translate, so oh well.
I'm not sure our party mage would have understood.
Well, I would have let them make a roll.
That's fair.
Yeah. I feel like Isphere would just kind of be like, so is it like what, like sewing up a wound, like trying to ask questions to get it, and it probably just a bunch of mage bullshit just goes over her head.
Roll if you want to do that. Let me look at your sheet real quick, because I brought up everyone's sheets before we started. That would be like manipulation streetwise.
I'm not terrible at either of those.
But like, how does this work?
Nope, I botched, so never mind.
Oh god, okay.
You're not sure there is a street.
No, I'm sure they start using like very technical, magic-y, metaphysical
It's something
terms.
about space, but also spirit, but also space. But spirit closing the wound, and
Can I make a roll to see if I understand it? Because what I really want is for the gag I want to try and hit is that I understand it because they're actually not using super technical terms, but Esphere is hearing really technical terms because Esphere botched.
Well, the thing is, Esphere botched on a social roll, so what happened was she decided to try and work on the mage who was worst at explaining things.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Dune, if you want to make streetwise manipulation...
I'm sure it's
No,
just
I don't think I do. Like,
I most assuredly do not care and trust the mages to get their shit done.
So
yeah, I don't care that much. I was mostly trying to make a gag land.
there are about 50 mages going just for the ritual, and about 150 more for fighty stuff.
including an armor person. I can't remember.
Yeah, the adamantine arrow dude. One thing that he does bring up at some point is that the mages are not sure we should be using combat magic at the wound, since it's already abyssal tainted, and paradox is still a thing. Even when everyone knows about magic, paradox is still a thing. So chat, the pervading theory is that paradox comes from the abyss, which is trying to punk all the mages all the time. And, yeah. So unless, yeah.
Are they taking suggestions?
Yeah, like, people are preparing magical weapons and, like, preloaded spells kind of things. Also, people like this dude, did I give this dude a name?
Anton Stark?
No. No, he is not Stark.
I was gonna say, so that means basically, so make sure I'm understanding, contracts as well are included in this don't use magic.
No.
Mage magic has.
Oh, okay, mage magic. Okay.
Mage
Changeling
magic.
magic is.
So we're fine. So Isphere like looks at Holiday. Like, do they mean like what we do? Like, with.
No. It's magic with a K. Don't worry about it.
Oh, got it. Why do they spell it different? It's
because they're house plants. It's houseplant nonsense.
At least one
You're going to
Acanthus
have to
looks up a
explain
little
me
indignant.
later.
There's
And
one
then Isphere just goes back to sharpening her sword and silver dagger.
Oh, I'm cleaning my armor and getting it ready for getting turned into a sun rod. It's going to be amazing.
Dune is assembling his guns because he brought them in pieces because he couldn't get them in any other way.
Yep.
So is Holiday going to go more Cannonball or Nova if we're doing Marvel right now?
No. I have a suit of powered armor that I'm currently in the process of cleaning.
He going Bobby Draper on this shit.
Okay.
Bobby Draper has the closest to... The shortest distance between any 2 points in time and space is Bobby Draper.
I also have a light sword and a sunbolt spell that I'm going to be casting as soon as the fight starts. So.
Yeah. I think Isphere's just cleaning, making sure her sword and dagger are sharp, and then you kind of see too now that her mantle's upgraded. Like she kind of is practicing like pulling the shadow all the way over her, and then back, and then all the way over and back.
Like pulling a lampshade.
Kind of more like more encasing her to. Okay, this is gonna be terrible, but like kind of Naruto, where he does like his first like beast tail form, where it looks like a very shadowy fox bipedal creature, and then just like doing the venom thing where half her face comes out and just like practicing as much as she can with it.
I know one of those references.
Okay, so we'll just call him Arrow. You can tell by the other mages Arrow has brought with him. These are not mages like Klaus or like Megara. These are people with combat training. Some of them are definitely ex-military. Many of them have plugins. Like
Dune will be supplying guns.
Yeah.
Like as many guns as Dune has, Dune will be, supplying them on the slide to the people who don't have guns currently. He doesn't have enough. He does not have 2,400 guns. He does not have that many guns.
No, I am not expecting you to have 2,400 guns. Lots of these people have them already.
Yeah.
But yeah.
He brought maybe 20 guns. So yeah, not even that. More like 10 or 15 because he had to bring in pieces.
A lot of these mages were super soldiers, maybe without the mage part. So yay. So Arrow is also seems to be on good terms with Liz and is sort of taking over for her, at least with like mages and vampires. Because the werewolves have kind of gotten this, I guess the changelings will listen to, if Liz tells them to. Liz is continuing to be tactical, though, and yeah, so as it's getting to departure time, I wrote this down, but where? They've also been coordinating more with the crows, who are the werewolf pack down, so Liz now has a better map. Alright, so I've talked to the crows about this. It's a current plan, unless someone has a better one, and, well, I won't be down there, so I will not be upset if you have to abandon all of this. We're going to set up a triage camp here, outside of the wound, and in the crow's own territory. In their very odd halting speech, they do have some medical equipment, maybe not enough for everyone, but we'll see.
So most grievous injured, get them there, then back to...
Yes.
There is some medical equipment in the area that was not scavenged. It's rather old, it's old as the wound itself,
well, yes, but that would be in the wound?
It was around it as well, and it could be taken out, so... That is probably as much as they have, if not very much more.
Just out of curiosity, was not tainted by bullshit of
Liz takes a red marker and circles the entire plague district. This is the wound. So do you want to tell me where that medical equipment was? In the wound.
Yes, but what I'm saying is that presumably...
It's here just
taken some out or something. I don't know. Never mind.
All right.
Apart from the wound, it was marginally functional.
You know that concern gift that's floating around? I'm just sitting back watching this conversation with the concern flashing over my head.
Isphere is just like covering her mouth and going and trying to not laugh.
What accent did that? Oh, that's what I was going to do today. I was going to rewatch last episode, and then remind me of all the funny voices. So Arrow is like, yeah, fuck it. Now he's from Texas. So
Pretty sure he was from Texas the other time too.
Okay, good. I remembered something. It's fantastic.
Sir.
So Magar's ritual, now that we figured out what we're doing, it's not gonna be a fast cast. This is gonna be a 5-hour ritual. Unless things go lucky for us, it's gonna be a 5-hour ritual. So there may be time for a scavenging mission. I would not recommend it. But this is something we talked to the crows as well as we could about how they do things and navigate around the wound. And he points out where the little dead park area is by the edge of the wound. This is where we're going to be setting up for the ritual. Chris lost her notes again. There we go. So this is where the triage camp is. This is where we're gonna set up. This is an entrance into the plague sector. The crows suggested that something they do is come in on a steel wire, on a steel rope, and that can somewhat stop the reality hiccups from sending them all over the place, which I think your team had to deal with while you were down there.
Indeed.
Folds in time and space that defy all actual laws of physics, which is exactly what wounds do. So we're gonna actually have a chain of our people, all races, whoever, like, we'll work this out as we're getting on the ship, connecting through rope, strings, hands, whatever we've got. People have been scavenging material from the warehouse and from the shipyard. Basically form a living chain. Well, a vampire growls as he walks back, so to speak, from the triage center to the ritual circle, so that anyone who needs medical attention can hopefully be brought directly to medical.
So if we find someone hurt, stabilize, get to chain, back over.
Yes, basically.
This works.
So there's going to be combatants, there's going to be medical staff, a lot of people who do both, and everyone else. Once, basically, we're gonna go in and start the chain, and then people will go up that chain and secure this area. At which point, once that area is secure, we're gonna bring in the ritual masters, ritual mages, to work on that. And then, as that happens, the rest of our forces are going to line up in concentric circles around the Magi, and give them a few lines of defense against the attacking Magaths.
Works for me.
Something worth knowing, I believe, is that I don't know exactly how common it would be, but there is no... I suppose that it seems obvious, but there is no gauntlet in the wound.
Yes,
therefore, one step may take you from the spirit world into the real one, and vice versa.
Yes, that's
so you might not be able to see the person next to you, is all I'm going to say.
Well, the hope is that by keeping a living connection, that will possibly negate some of those reality warping effects. We hope.
Also, if you can step into Twilight, the reality bend does not actually hit you.
Oh.
That I discovered the last time I was in there.
Alright, well, we'll spread that around, but not everybody can go into Twilight.
No, but it's a situation that if you can dodge certain effects, and my experience is the spirits aren't able to get to you.
It's also worth knowing, especially for the changeling sort. As I recall, I believe I was there for the. I think I was there for this. Um, trying to open a gate to the hedge is extremely inadvisable. It doesn't go there. Because you tried to do that last time, Holiday, and you ended up with plant zombies.
No, I didn't.
Somebody tried to do that,
Yeah,
and they ended up with
Fundraiser
plant
did.
zombies.
We laughed about it because it started eating us.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, because I can't open a hedge gate right now.
Yeah, I dare say, the laws of mundane reality and magical reality do not apply in this realm.
Correct, but I simply think it's something we should tell the changelings. I don't know how many of them would try to escape a situation by going into the hedge.
Liz,
I don't know their particular relation to it, but it would be unwise to try here, and they'd be better off running first.
Yes, I'll let the changelings know not to do hedge gates in there.
Isphere, while she's listening to this, will just flash her shadow sign language to the Night King and let him know, hey, don't open hedge. Bad shit happens there.
Hedge. he signals back, thanks.
Welcome.
But no one else can see them, just the shadows, so it's a little weird.
Yeah. She's just saving Liz time, and she'll look at Liz. Oh, Night Court has already been informed. We're good.
Yes, so protecting the ritual mages will be the priority. The male djinn is an issue, but, you take over this. I don't understand any of it. Well, alright, so according to the werewolves, killing the male djinn won't necessarily, disband the Magaths. It will weaken the wound, I think, but, my vote is, my vote is we don't go hunting for it. I think it's gonna find us. So we need to be prepared for when it shows up.
This is big one, right? The one that's centered that's being like, ha ha ha, I have minions and going to kill you.
According to the crows, it might be even bigger now, because as spirits do, they consume each other to gain power, and he was not the only powerful spirit in there, just the most powerful one that you saw.
I think I can get its attention so that it's not paying attention to the ritual. I pissed it off the last time I was in there. It may come looking for me.
Alright, I mean, do you want to plan for that, or do you just want to play it? Do you want
I think I can buy time for the rest of everybody else. Yeah, I would take a team, because I don't think I can take it by myself, but I think I can piss it off and lead it on a merry chase.
Alright, but no, going on a merry chase, we may not be able to help you if you are hiccuping through reality.
If that happens, I'll kill a male djinn and see what happens.
Alright, if you're sure. Do you want to be assigned a team, or do you want to pick some people yourself?
I'll trust the team. I'll trust your judgment.
Alright.
I would make sure that they can blink in and out of Twilight.
Alright, so I don't think werewolves can do that.
No, it'd be changelings mostly. Unless, do werewolves cross over between?
I mean, they work in the Hysil, but I don't know if they can wander in Twilight. But we can ask around. But ultimately, it sounds like, from what the crows half said, that it seemed a little surprised at your ranged attacks, which werewolves are not always effective with. So it might be if you want a team of changelings who all have ranged magical attacks, as mage magic isn't going to be a good idea down there.
No. Yeah, I picked up something special for the occasion.
Alright. Alright, Liz, can you then... She's like, yes. We'll get some people together. So, yeah. Does anybody have any other ideas?
The only thought I have is having people up at the front to distract from the circles going around. If you have people up front, making sure nothing can get through.
Well, no, this is deep within the Undercity. Nothing's getting through. Like, you mean humans?
No, I meant like, so here, and she kind of just takes, like, flips over the map and, like, borrows a pen so she's not drawing on the map at the back of it, you know, makes a star. Here, mages, and circle, protection, and then she kind of makes a gesture, like, scribble the wound, and then makes a line, like, putting line here, so that way there's line, then circle, then circle, then
well,
circle,
no,
then mage.
They're gonna be coming in from all over.
Oh, never mind then.
They're not gonna be respecting the line.
I've never fought the planet hole before.
If we can, I don't believe that they won't just be coming from all over, they'll be coming from above as well. We found at least 3 flying ones last time we were there, so I would suggest that perhaps we try and stretch a line up a couple of the taller buildings that we can find, and try and address the above as well as below.
So the one issue with the ritual is that once this area is quarantined, y'all will have a very short amount of time to get out, or you are also lost forever.
Good to know.
So this is why I am not in favor of splitting the party unless people are aware they may not come back. It's not just, you're gonna be lost and we have to go find you, it's that you're gonna be lost forever.
Just so I clarify, because I'm not magic practitioner, well, different form of magic. You're saying once, you know, you do the Zoe thing, shut, we have, what, 30 seconds to run away from door being shut, or are we stuck behind door forever?
It's gonna depend on how well the ritual's going. The better they're doing at it, the more control they'll have over it, and the more time you'll have to get out. But they are basically, they're not stitching anything up. They are extracting this area from reality. It will no longer exist.
What they're sewing isn't a wound, they're basically seaming reality, and then once the seam is done, they'll lift the whole thing out and send it far away.
It's a scalpel. They're cutting it out of reality, and then stitching reality up behind it.
Got it. So, in other words, if you don't want to be stuck on the discarded piece of reality, got it. That is good to know. It would have been...
Yeah,
right.
Strongly recommend no freelancing.
Fair, but I'm simply saying that I would still, if possible, with volunteers, I'll be one myself, I have enough long-range weaponry to make a go of it, but to have some people up tall buildings in the innermost fighting line.
There's no guarantee that we can keep them connected to the rest of the group. That said, plenty of people in this company have guns and ranged attacks and can aim up.
I like the aiming up idea, especially not getting trapped behind the doorway that is never going to open again.
Also, smaller groups of buildings, if they've got flying spirits, which is not unusual at all, they're gonna get swarmed, and then you're gonna lose your scouts.
Alright, so...
I trust the tight defensive ring formation idea. I trust you all to figure out what you're supposed to do. I trust you all to manage your side of this.
Isfir just kind of shrugs and is like, I'm just here to help, and I don't know where you're gonna put me, but cool. Is kind of what that shrug means.
Mm-hmm. Well, as that's more or less the plan that Arrow is working with. The werewolves are a little cranky that they won't get to go hunting, but they understand, like, oh, stuck in a wound forever. Okay, yeah, no. Well, the prey will come to us. That's fine.
Yeah,
you are ringing a giant dinner bell for them.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you know, it is still hunting in the same way you hunt boars, which is some people flush the brush and some people are standing there with spears praying that the pig doesn't get them, you know?
Yup.
Yeah.
Remember, chat, you can buy player plus ones for the players.
Please? Pretty please?
So
please?
with this plan set out, where would y'all like to be? So Holiday, you want a team of changelings to, like, Arrow is not recommending you, like, you run away and give chase.
No, but
but
we're going to be near the combat site,
yeah.
drawing the Maelgen's attention away from the mages,
Okay.
so that it doesn't beeline straight for them, but it gets diverted by us, and then we end up messing it up to the point where it either retreats back or kills us or dies in the process. But either way, it will not have the energy to chase the mages down itself.
So circle here, but Holiday's team like standing next to circle and pulling the Malgin to them instead of going straight at. Okay.
Okay. Liz rounds up 20 changelings. 10 of them are Summer or Nova Court, and the other 10 are kind of distributed across courts and kits.
Stay close. Don't die.
Team Holiday. And a lot of these people, yeah, these are all bruisers. They have weapons, they have contracts, like, you're gonna be okay. And they are all listening to you and not being assholes. You suspect at least a few of them have military training and are sensing, you know, hierarchy. There is one that is just a walking plume of shadows. You were assuming that is a night courtier. Esir, that is a night courtier.
She does the shadow wave, like, hey.
The pillar of shadows waves at Esphir, and it's like, yeah. So, Esphir and Dune, where do you want to be in this ridiculous battle plan?
Dune's gonna post up with some of the more warlike mages, probably in the either in the chain of people or in the innermost ring.
Okay.
Sure, wherever they end up.
Yeah. Okay. So Dune wants to be basically on the road, on the living road somewhere.
Yep.
Okay, fine. You have one of your people, Holiday, is a spring courtier that is a twitchy swan with a lot of guns on it.
And then there was another that got dropped by Arcane that I put in the chat.
And grizzled gerbil with its hamster ball of death.
Sorry to bring that oldie back, but it felt appropriate.
Isn't that one of the oh, what is that game?
It's Hamtaro time.
Hamtaro.
No.
Alright. So that's another beast. Well, we'll see. We'll see where that goes.
I think it's a reference to the Overwatch hamster, but I could be wrong.
That's, yeah, I was thinking the Overwatch hamster.
Alright.
I don't play Overwatch, so.
I don't either. I have friends that do, so.
I like the art. Like, I see all the fan art.
So,
fan art's pretty.
Esphir, where do you want to be in-game?
Esphir will just kind of look at everybody, or look at Liz and be like, okay, look, here's what I do. I'm very good at being stealthy. I can, do the whoosh in between reality thing. I've got sword. I have claws. I don't know where I'm supposed to go at this point.
Well, do you want to defend the ritualists, or be on the road, or do you want to go with Holiday's contingent?
I mean, I can...
To fight the biggest, scariest monster in several realities.
The Night Courtier and her perks up at that. I will do that. That
okay,
like a good
congrats, Dune. Esphir is your problem now.
No, she is. No, the fuck she is not. She is Holiday's problem.
Oh, wait.
I'm on the road.
Yeah, sorry, Holiday. Oh my god. See, it's already falling apart, chat. I've forgotten who my players are.
That's fine.
So Esphir will just kind of do the skippy bounce over to Holiday. Hi!
Hello! Hello, my friend!
This is not a time for fucking around. This is about to get real fucking serious. So keep your shit together.
Esphir, no. I can handle my shit. I am not going to, to dance around it.
If things go very, very wrong, return to the group and run.
You're coming with me when we run. And then we both get back.
The hope. That's the hope.
Okay, as long as you understand we both go. Because I have a feeling your fussy, pointy teeth man will be mad if I don't bring you back.
I'm not actually his employee. I'm an independent contractor.
Bossy, fussy, pointy teeth man. That's his name now.
We're gonna
write.
He thinks he's in charge.
We're gonna
Sometimes I have a great deal of photographic evidence to the contrary.
I'm going to try and get Klaus to do a hacking thing so that next time Petruchio sends a letter to Tilda or something, that's what the sign-off is. Angry, snappy, pointy teeth man.
Or rather, a lack of photographic evidence because he's never here.
Well, yeah, remember, we have in the crow's nest where we left him on the couch and then we started drawing stuff on him.
Yep, I remember that.
But it's fair enough. Look, I know I can seem like dumbass, but I do know in a fight you want to make sure you keep your head up or it gets cut off. Well, okay, head down. You get what I mean.
Pay attention to your surroundings and don't die.
Well, thank you. That's what I was trying to say. English hard language.
It's really not.
She comes from planet Russia. Give her a break. She's space Russian.
You're from planet Cossack? Wonderful.
I've never actually named the planet she's on, but sure, we'll go with that.
Wait, no.
And Margarita's from planet France.
No. She lost her last... Well, I have to work with Chris on my headcanon with that, but her last name is Lost at this point.
But if you die in this game, we don't have to worry about it.
Exactly.
I was making a DFA joke anyway.
Yeah. So was I. With love from space Russia.
Yep.
Alright, so is there any other preparation people want to make before heading out?
Break into my supply of goblin fruit and make sure that I have a stash on me.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah, can I go in the ship's hedge and get some goblin fruit?
Keep track of how much goblin fruit you can hold on to without losing your fucking mind based on your weird rating.
My weird rating is 5. Let me check.
I think it's...
You guys check. I'm running the game.
You're fine. No.
That's what I'm also doing.
I gave it to you.
That was an out loud verbalization.
Okay.
Not
yeah. When you figure it out, let me know, because my weird is also 5, so I'm trying to... Oh, wait, hang on, I have it. I pulled it up. We can carry 13.
We're each carrying 13 goblin fruit.
Yeah.
I was pulling in some of Dunes' guns, some of Dunes' spare guns that he didn't give out, and some of the raw materials from the warehouse and stuff. If there are any Iron Masters among the werewolves, he's going to try and, get them to make the fun guns on the way down for the Bands and Banes.
Ooh.
It's UV rays and it's coal iron pellets and whatever.
That's
nice.
So the crows had guns for that. Those guns were centuries old. That is a very difficult thing for an Iron Master to make on the fly.
Ah.
If you want, someone's got Fletch. He can make, cold iron, arrows. And people, there are ways of making, UV bombs. But actual firearms with laser target, or with targeting, no, those were those were possibly, legendary fetishes that the crows had.
Okay, fair. But no, I'm just trying to get, people stocked up. I don't expect everybody to have the Bands and Banes and whatever to set type of things, but
yeah, you see a lot of changelings practicing their sunlight powers, and even some changelings have some cold iron weapons on them. They don't like them, but they need them.
The vampires are holding silver knives,
Yeah, the vampires would be the ones with the silver blades. But they're gangrel. So, these are very fancy-looking weapons, and the gangrel are just sort of is this gonna break on me? But they're also respectfully keeping them holstered and everything, away from the werewolves, because they're gangrel, and they like werewolves. Yes, Esphir.
I will say, if Dune is, getting people to make cold iron arrows, Esphir will try and get, one that at least has a cold iron head, and kind of do the Legolas thing if needed with it, or fighting with just the arrow. And then see if anyone has holy water, because, we're trying to cover all her bases. Or does holy water not work in... I can't remember if that works in World of Darkness the way I think it does.
No, it works in NWoD if you're a vampire with really weird allergies.
Okay, that's why I couldn't remember if it was just, a certain...
It actually does trigger a wolf blood tell, but we're not bringing any wolf bloods except for Idun, really.
Yeah, so she'll just like make sure that she has cold iron, she also has silver, and then she has her sword in her claws, and it's just like making sure, you know, sharpening.
So, we've got just the Iron Masters, the people making the, the fun stuff for the people who don't have, sun bolts firing from their hands or whatever. So, wooden. Sorry.
I will tell the elementals, you will be surprised by some of the things that will hurt these things. Some of them are vulnerable to water, some of them are vulnerable to fire. You will just have to pick and tell, try and see what happens. So those of you can just go off and see what dies. Some of them were vulnerable to blood the last time we were in here. Some of them are vulnerable to lightning. Some of them are vulnerable to water.
Vulnerable to blood? Like they're
hit them with blood. They just dissolve.
Spirits are weird. Spirits are.
Oh,
werewolf is like, yes, they are.
Allegedly.
Thank you for your service in advance.
Allegedly.
Yeah. So basically, I'm just having the Iron Masters and the other crafty people among the werewolves making the basics of what they know that will work essentially, so that we can hand it out. And
they've probably been they've been working on stuff like this since the party. But yeah, cold iron ordnance, silver ordnance, that's difficult to do on short notice.
Yeah.
But people are supernats. They have fancy weapons. You see some fancy vampires handing over their fancy silver weapons to their gangrel friends, their token gangrel friend. And so you see this great big hulking Viking of a dude in like cobbled together like almost like probably medieval looking armor, and he's got this like dinky little spear,
silver epee or whatever.
Yeah, and it's like ebony with inlay, and he's just like, what am I supposed to do with it?
Yeah, I will say, Esther's only taking 2 arrows, like, so that she can just do the, but not like if someone needs a quiver full, so she's trying to be conscious of the people.
And like, there are also wooden blades being made because some things are vulnerable to wood.
I think she's got enough to cover without looking like a walking armory at this point, so that's Dune's job, so...
Okay,
also
wooden blades might be something else I'm thinking of, but like, I'm thinking of something that's got wood as a bane.
You definitely overhear werewolves saying to each other, okay, so if I go down, you get my daggers, and you get my gun, and so they're basically, the werewolves are basically telling their other packmates to,
triage their goods.
Loot their bodies if they go down in combat, and let this blade see battle once more, or give this back to my mother or my sister, and
I mean, you gotta triage your weapons, because then, when you... Because, Fred's no good with a blade, but, John's no good with a gun, and...
Yeah, and
Isphere just kind of tilts her head when she hears the werewolves doing this and thinks, return with your shield or on it, and then just keeps walking.
Yeah! And they're like, the werewolves are very
She just,
excited.
gives a fist pump, solidarity, bros!
I'll remind the summer courtiers that, at a certain level, walls are a suggestion.
A few of them get it, a few of them don't.
Yeah.
Hardcore?
No, I can through a wall.
Kool-Aid Man.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I just wasn't sure who you meant, because Isphere can also, banish. So she just looks confused, you mean, and she does the, I'm sure there's some crates, but she kind of does her, 2 dots of parkour, and, does the superhero pose on the top.
And then I'll remind other people that at a certain point, everything you do will cause aggravated damage to a spirit, depending on how high your mantle rating is.
I think I have that perk.
That's a summer court mantle perk.
Oh, that's a summer court. I wasn't sure who,
I don't know what your mantle fire rating does. Mine's kind of neat.
Mine does cool stuff with, stealing and intimidation, and I have a passenger inside of me now at mantle 5.
That's neat. You were really helpful when we were trying to steal stuff 8 episodes ago.
I think you need to give me a book and page number on that so I know how to fuck with you later.
I will do that. I have it copied.
Not right now, because I have so much to fuck with you right now.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm I still have to finish sending you what I think that fucking happens so you can fuck with me specific. Anyway. There's a lot of fuckery to be had, but for now we're doing battle fuckery.
Changeling the Lost, World of Fuckery.
We are ready for the unfucking to begin.
Alright. So, I'm gonna say that, Petruchio and Klaus and Sungrazer are on the ship.
Would they be helping the Church of the Weird? Because that
was part of the plan. So if Josh is here next session, maybe, we'll see if we can work that out. And have a little epilogue before we inevitably continue with combat. I don't know, supposedly Puka will also be here, so I figure...
Party shenanigans!
So we're just gonna say they're staying on the ship, or maybe Klaus is working in the medic thing, and if they want to be in the big battle next session, since I will be very surprised if we get through it in this game. Especially when they didn't plan for the prologue to go an hour, but here we are.
Oops.
But it's okay.
Sorry.
No, it's not you, it's me. I want you to all feel somewhat confident going into this ridiculous clusterfuck.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure I'm 90% dead, but that'll be fine.
Yeah, I was like, we're fighting a planet hole. I don't know how this is gonna turn out.
It's not that you're fighting the planet hole, you're fighting the things that feed off of it.
I like what Arcane suggested for Klaus, so they're dealing with a butt space tantrum.
There you
I
go.
want to go back down there! No, I've seen enough!
I enjoy this, yes. But
So
yeah, Isphere just spends the rest of the time sharpening her blades, making sure her combat boots are laced up tight, and getting ready to go.
Dune spends it reassuring each one of his pets that, yes, they have to stay on the ship.
Oh, yeah, okay.
They cannot come with him this time. No, I'm sorry, princess. But the place I go now is no place for any sort of animal, especially not one as honorable as you. You must stay back on the ship and protect it so that we can come back to it safely.
Floof.
I'm sure Jellycat goes around. Is like, I saved you guys from the stupid, ship thing that tried to leave you in the reality.
Watching our VODs.
Yes, because I don't want to be lost on when you guys talk about this stuff.
I mean, I'm lost half the time and I wrote it, so don't feel bad. Yep, there was a funny moment where people started coming onto the ship and going into the hedge gate, and Jellycat was sort of like, what is happening? He looks up from grooming himself and is just...
Okay, but did the first couple people find the aquamarine dragon that eats people?
Oh, probably. It's like right on the satay when you come in.
Yeah, it was sleeping on a couch right by the entrance.
Well, no, now Petruchio was there, so now he is sleeping in the booze room.
Oh.
Right.
But he doesn't eat
place
booze.
To sleep.
Yeah, and he doesn't eat booze; he eats people.
Yes.
So it's fine. And of course, you would want the aquamarine dragon of each people to be guarding the moonshine barrels. So
yes,
Petruchio. No, fuck it. Petruchio wasn't there. Probably
Puka.
Yeah, probably Puka did. Yeah. Petruchio has no idea what to do. Actually, no. I think the aquamarine dragon has decided Dune is pack or whatever dragons do, and is just like, I think Dune would want me to protect his yum-yums.
I think reptiles, they're known as a clutch, like, in general, so...
I mean, a dragon has a horde, so Dune's part of his horde.
Yeah, okay, so he owns Dune.
Yes.
I mean,
the same way cats do.
I put a content warning on these games, because, yeah, you can't really do Lost without slavery, so, okay. Yeah, that's the thing. The dragon considers it owns Dune, so it's like, well, Dune is happy when Dune has its Dune juice.
It's possibly the worst description of moonshine I've ever heard.
It works, though.
Well,
Yeah.
The aquamarine dragon of each people isn't from Wolf Country, so... Yeah. Alright.
That's fair.
So,
Go down to the planet.
Yes, Holiday, you can so... Everyone gets on the ship, the last of the people get on the ship. It lifts off. You see Liz is still standing there on the ship dock, kind of like... still grumpy, because she wanted to go and kick some ass.
It's fine, Liz. I'm sure the storyteller won't, leave you there all by yourself and have this opportunity to fuck with the planet for when we come back. No, not at all.
So she watches with grumpy wistfulness that she is not going to get to kill a giant monster. But this, the next few days are going to be a logistical nightmare, and, well, she is the most competent at logistical nightmares.
Someone needs to be the bureaucrat.
Weird when it's the
job.
Holiday.
My job. That's the job I have on Eden. Because I'm the logistics person for the summer court.
Ah, yes. Yes, so you know what this is like.
Yeah.
This is what I always do.
Your studious talents lie elsewhere. No, Liz actually can kill monsters, but yeah.
I'm pretty okay at monster killing.
She is a sad queen.
Yeah, I think Isfir just kind of finds, like, Isfir will stay out of the hedge, but, like, find herself a spot in, like, the cargo hold and just keep checking over her weapons as they go, and doing the very Blade 3 thing where I can't remember her name, but the one with the bow is just, like, sitting with her playlist and getting ready to kick ass and has specific playlists for battle.
Yeah, there's definitely a tense kind of electric, even where Sungrazer isn't, a kind of tense electric kind of
Anticipation.
vibe. Yeah, anticipation, and we're gonna beat the shit out of something. Tobias is at the helm with whoever is flying the ship because they are working on hacksaws.
Puka's flying.
Yes. Sungrazer's flying.
I'm busy playing my piano.
Is it a proper piano or is it electric?
I have a baby grand piano that's sitting in the ship. Yes.
In the main ship or in the hedge ship?
In the main ship.
Nice. So there's soothing jazz music.
Yeah, I feel like Isfir pops a earbud out at one point because she hears it over her, like, space rock and just, like, kind of takes both of them out and just then
Wait, who's playing? It's like, oh, okay.
And then she just kind of enjoys the piano.
Are you already wearing your power armor and playing the piano?
No, I'll put the armor on later when it's time to actually, kill stuff.
Okay.
Or it could be the bottom half of the armor, so he's got the pants on.
Do you have stats for that armor from the space stuff? Okay.
Yes. Yeah, no, I'm not wearing the Doomguy armor while playing on the piano.
Yeah, that'd probably break the piano bench.
Yeah. Alright.
Let's go punch
so
a
yes, you land in the same shitty Logoi shipyard with a different spot. And land, and then suddenly all the lights outside start, like, fuzzing out, like, not going out completely, but there seems to be some electrical disturbance, and Tobias is like, we are go for Operation Clown Car. Yes.
I think while that's happening really quickly, Esper is gonna send a quick, like, email to Beth just saying, like, hey, if you hear I died, all my shit's yours. And
I forget who Beth is because you're still new to me.
It's fine. Beth is her touchstone person.
Oh, okay.
So I'll fill you in. Yeah.
Says Beth. Okay. And are you folks stealthing?
I will stealth the group I'm with. I don't know if it'd be us three and then we break off to our separate assignments, but
yeah, as all this was, people were getting on the ship, people were getting assigned. So you go with the guy with the obfuscate, and you go with those changeling. I mean, there are enough night court changelings that if one night courtier per team, you could get a whole bunch of teams. That's like you're sending 113, and there's 2,000 something people. That's actually that's a pretty good spread.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say
10 people a team. That's 20 teams.
Yeah.
No, 200 teams. So
I would say then if it's assigned by teams, Isfir will just go randomly with whoever because she can meet up with Holiday once they get at the site.
Yeah.
What happens?
Dune will wait for the mages to start coming out and go with them.
You don't see the mages. Sorry.
All right.
What
They
mages?
made their own mage. What mage? What are mages? Sorry.
So Isphere then would see Dune not by themselves kind of grab and pull Dune into her little circle.
So you just don't see the mages. You don't see a bunch of werewolves or vampires. And then you see a whole bunch of just, like, shadows where there shouldn't be shadows. And by 2,400 Supernats get into the basement. People start Tobias is hacking cameras along the route.
I'm sure
it doesn't take long for the cameras to run out. I mean,
yeah.
Basically, you get to one point into the undercity where there's actually a bunch of light bulbs start plinking in and out, and it's like, Tobias says, cameras end here.
Yeah,
and after that, people are kind of
the first group that went through got a call from Tobias, and they wrote it like just beyond the range of the last camera. Camera stop here, basically on the wall, and
no, Tobias knows.
I was gonna say, I'm sure
he called the first group that got out of camera range and had them write it, so everybody else behind them knew.
Yeah, if there's something electrical, he can futz with it.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm sure it's like a movie poster or something that's a hologram, and it like flickers and says, Tobias says no cameras, and then flickers back to whatever poster it's showing, and just does that.
Tobias definitely, the first groups that go out do see cops running in the opposite direction because Tobias has effectively spoofed the cops. It's like he's done this before.
Yeah. So question, for me, cloaking people, that would count as me using a glamour then, correct?
Yes, that
okay,
would if you want to do that.
I just wanted to make sure and be honest and keep track.
How much goblin fruit are y'all carrying? Did you find out how much you can have?
15.
Okay.
Yeah, we've each got 15.
Or no, sorry, 13, if we're both at Weird 5. I don't know, I said 15. 15 is how much glamour we can have. 13 is how many goblin fruits.
Yeah, I'll be at full glamour and carrying 13 goblin fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dune filled his pockets, so Dune's got a bunch of the random, Dune's got little UV bombs. He's got that. He's also got goblin fruit because he does not give a shit.
You can have one UV bomb. Those are a bit more difficult to make, but...
Right, no, I'm simply saying that Dune filled his pockets with random shit.
Oh, yeah.
But that random shit also included goblin fruit because he knew the changelings needed it, because he does not suffer from having it, in his pockets. Yeah. So he has filled trenchcoat space with all the little random odds and ends, and that includes goblin fruit.
Yep.
Goblin fruit, extra bullets, UV bomb, grenade.
Yeah, now he's got energy cores in there for the LVPR, he's got bullets, he's got...
BFG.
He did keep his BFG. He's got, his one cold iron knuckle duster, his cold iron knife, his silver knife. He doesn't use it much, but...
Yeah, Dune's just gonna appear out of the shadows to some random person on the battlefield, a la Resident Evil 4. Wanna buy something?
Dune's not that big of a dick. It's like, you changeling? Alright, here's the,
No, I'm just saying, it's
Dune
like
has
in the
gun if you have
spirit.
coin.
I was saying in the spirit, not like make him buy it, but just like, hey.
Yeah, no.
Alright, so...
You wanna buy a sundial?
So yeah, the further you get past the point of no cameras, you see more people, and suddenly remember that mages exist. Oh, yeah, they were there. And, it's fairly exciting, these platoons of Supernats all working together, and just sort of scuttling, and you're all in the damp, cold undercity under Ponos, the shittiest neighborhood in all of Logoi. And, yeah. And, yeah, there are shadows where there... Still shadows where there shouldn't be shadows, but, Esphere, you know that those are your homeboys. So...
Shadows represent...
And eventually, you don't go the same route you went when you went into the wound by accident. Because this time the crows could paraphrase a more direct, safer route with fewer cameras.
Thanks, werewolf buddies.
And, I think the Eladoth lady, meets you all there with the dude, with the gibbous dude. He's like, hey!
Leroy.
people. And she's just like, that the Eladoth is just like, she's grateful for the help, but her spirit half hurts because they're bending the rules, and she's an Eladoth. She's a half moon, and it's like, this is hard for her. So she's just sort of clutching one of her magic guns to her chest and going like, I don't like it, I'm doing it, it needs to happen. Goodness gracious. But the give us is Leroy Jenkins is taking the lead. Hey!
Hey!
We brought some friends.
Cool.
Hello.
You have a lot of friends, dude.
That's what happens when this one talks to a whole planet. She just points at Holiday.
Oh, I have more mischief to work if I survive this, don't worry.
Cool. Yeah, there's a lot more Magaths in there.
Well, there seem to be a lot more people angling for a fight out here, so...
Esper just kind of jerks a thumb behind where I'm assuming everybody's just kind of gathered.
They're gathered all over here.
Yeah, they're gathering, you know.
Okay, then she just does a sweeping, like, whoosh motion.
So, do you know the plan? Essentially.
Yeah, the uptight sounding lady was talking to us before, so yeah, we've got the triage center, well, partially set up, because we figured there were like hundreds more people coming, so people could help us set up. So, and we've moved one of our steel rope gizmos to be near there, so that can help with the like living chain of dudes.
2,000 people.
2,400 actually.
Hey, what's up?
So it was a few more than a few hundred people, but we did bring, you know, as many as we could.
Cool.
Or at least as many as wanted to come. And we have a plan, I guess, and we shall stick to it.
Arcane the Sage, the worm is an NWoD. This is NWoD. Leroy does not work for the worm, because the worm isn't here. He doesn't even go here.
I was also going to say, Earth is gone, so the worm technically would... Anyways.
So...
Alright, so yeah, medical people, like, set up over here, and we've got, like, an armory area, too, for people to, like, clean and fix guns, because 5 hours, okay, that's a lot, okay. I mean, I can't say what I was about to say, or else it would hurt my soul, but yeah, and the other werewolves nod, and, Dune, you don't have to roll. Werewolves do rituals, too, and they can take a fuck ton of time. So, yeah.
I mean, we helped Anti-Batman with that ritual to get the candy spirit of the kid, so...
Yep. Well, Anti-Batman is an Aether, is a crescent moon. Weirdly enough, not a Rahu, so she specializes in rituals and spirit bullshit.
No.
So yeah, and Megara is just suddenly there, which seems normal for her. Hey, you're like the mage lady! Yeah, come over here. Do you have all the stuff you need? Like, come over here and we'll get you... do you want... Should I put some body armor on the mage lady? And a lot of the mages are like,
everybody just nods.
Okay, let's do this.
Isphere just looks down. Should be fine.
It's not the best, it's not the newest body armor, but cobbled together, this'll, you know, she'll be okay.
Yeah.
Please protect the squishy caster who's going to shut the reality dooming hole.
And like a bunch of the ritualists are also wearing armor and have weapons. Like they're not just, you know, many of them look combat capable. If not, you know, they're not ogres or Rahu werewolves, but you know, they're...
Yeah.
They didn't send a bunch of weakling little nerds unless they are there and they are hiding. But even then, like, you know...
Appearances are deceiving.
The Night King looks like Slender Man. This is pretty scrawny. Like, it looks sort of deceiving. Welcome to being a changeling, etc.
Oh, I have my Huntsman medallion in a compartment in my armor. I'm not actually holding it right now, but it's nearby if I need it.
I questions about that, but I'll ask on break so we don't hold up the stream.
So do I, and I'm the G, and I gave it to him.
We never actually decided what it did.
That's good. But yeah, Isphere just kind of looks at Holiday like, I'm ready to go if you're ready to go. And I just realized she doesn't have any armor at all. She's just got her weapons and her...
There are a lot of changelings not wearing armor for some reason. At least not armor you can see.
I don't imagine the werewolves are wearing too much body armor either.
Oh no, a good deal of them have armor on, but not all of them. Maybe about half of the werewolves are wearing armor.
He's not giving you his armor because it's his coat. He armored his coat.
Isphere just kind of looks and is like, I don't think she has any armor spells, so... she's like, I'm ready to go, as is.
The arrow is taking point, and he is talking to a big, creepy surfer dude, who's probably a vampire, and the vampire's kind of crouching down. It's like, so I could just walk through the ground, and a bunch of us could just do that and, like, pop up over there. And
Gangrel!
Yeah, so the Gangrel are asking if he wants them to take point. And he is working that out. So break is in 3 minutes.
Cool.
So what if we take our break now for 10 minutes, and then we get back, we kick this bitch off?
Oh yeah.
Sounds like a party.
Alright.
I need more water anyway, so this is the perfect time.
Awesome. Alright, chat, this is where we're gonna take a 10-minute break. Please come back after break, because people not doing that is part of how I ruined the audio last week. Oh goodness.
Have a good break, everybody. Hydrate or die straight. You know, all that.
So we will be back in 10 minutes.
Hydration is key.
Yes.
Sorry.
We're going to continue the adventures of Corpsey Corpsemaker and their amazing friends.
Woohoo! Which one of you is Corpsey Corpsemaker?
The Maelgen.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I was very confused there for a minute. I'm like, Holiday?
No, I don't make the corpses. I'm going to get hurt real bad today.
Yeah, Corpsey Corpsemaker has a lot of friends. Alright, chat, so we'll be back in 10 minutes, and hopefully so will the audio. So we will see you in 10 minutes. So get a drink, get some ramen, spend some channel points! They will need them!
Please give us +1s!
And yeah, see you in 10. Bye!
Bye!
In a bit.
How many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop.
Thank you, Mr. Owl.
Chat, can you hear us? If you can, welcome back to Magic Fish Radio, where I am about to initiate, have the players start, the first massive mass combat I have ever run. Thank you, Fadir. Yay! Someone else say something so we can make sure everyone is audible.
Can you hear me?
Chat, can you hear Zardoz? This is Magic Fish Radio, where we do tabletop RPG streams on Tuesdays and Saturdays. Join us on Tuesday, where we've accidentally put our G.I. Joe characters through a portal to the future to fight Transformers.
I think we're actually fighting GoBots.
Yeah, well, I think or was it Terminators?
Discount Transformers made by humans and not Transformers.
Those are GoBots.
I don't know the lore.
That's okay.
Tonight
if you were to be here, I would tell you.
Tonight we have our own battles. Please join our Discord to find out about more of these ridiculous games that we play. And next week is Indie One-Shot Week, where we'll hopefully, finally be playing Caribus, the Crystal City.
That is a wonderful game.
Yes.
It's so much fun. I finally got new conductors for it, so...
Chat, can you hear anyone other than me? This is very important. Oh, you can?
I did verify that, yes.
Thank you.
We can hear everybody.
Alright. Fantastic. Okay. So, here's how things are going to work. I guess we are going to have a round 0. So, the mage ritual is going to take 5 hours. I am not running 3-second combat rounds for 5 hours of in-character time.
No.
So I did some research. And
Please, God, no, and thank you.
So here's what we're going to do. That is not the right page of my notes. That is the wrong. Oh, for fuck's sake! One day I'll know what I'm doing. That is not today. Here we go. Battle page. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're going to have y'all are gonna roll for initiative, and then that will give us a structure. After that, I have 10 battle rounds plotted out, which are each about a half hour long. There are only 3 players. I was expecting more. So what I was going to do is basically have everyone roll an attack and a defense in each round, but I think we will have time for a few more of those. But I'm not running every round of combat in 30 minutes. The Magoths do not get an initiative because they are just constantly attacking you. So it's basically, instead of, and then the Magoths attack everyone, it's gonna be a one-on-one for each person. I have rolled other things in advance, including, how quickly the mages gain enough successes with their extended task to enact and finish the ritual. So all I can say is if you don't want to affect those numbers, don't fail your rolls and don't botch.
No
You're
pressure.
damnedest?
Because, your actions affect, the rest of the operation. And we'll figure out in what myriad interesting ways.
No pressure. Given a right and a left, and then another right. And then I clobbered in.
You can, so, I mean, there's only 3 of you.
Up to you, man.
Okay,
lady.
I think so. We'll basically go through 2 combat rounds every half hour. So a combat round is every 15 minutes.
Okay.
Where,
Okay.
and I'll explain in character why that looks that way. It's gonna be fun.
Isn't tight.
So basically, each half hour you have 2 attacks and 2 defenses. You may spend an attack action instead healing you or someone else, but that means you are A, still being attacked, B, you don't get to attack with that action. Is anything I'm saying making sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Because chat, NWoD wasn't really designed... Well, most World of Darkness games are not really designed for this kind of combat. This is the kind of thing you write in a background and never actually have to do. Like, yeah, so 800 Sabbat fought a Methuselah and it was awesome. And you don't actually do that. But I'm doing it because I want to try it out.
So I have a question on the attack thing.
Yes.
So if we do the healing, but we're still getting attacked, do we have like a reaction to like say I have a contract that lets me go incorporeal and not take damage?
That would be part of your defense roll.
Okay, just
Okay.
was making sure.
You attack twice and you defend twice. Or one of those attacks can be used to heal you, or you can use your attacks instead to heal yourself or others.
I would like to activate contracts before we actually, kick off.
Yeah. But a scene is not 5 hours.
No, let me know when the scene
Yeah,
breaks and I will reactivate.
So the way I'm running it is that a battle round is a scene.
Okay.
So every half hour is a new scene, effectively.
Okay.
And there are other things that happen each battle round that we will get into when they happen. So
Reasonable.
to start, everyone please roll your initiatives.
Alrighty.
Do we add our speed to that, or is it just a
Yeah,
straight roll?
that's fine. Yeah. Well,
Okay.
no, your initiative should already have your speed in it.
Init modifier is Dex plus Comp.
Okay, that's right. I forgot it was
Yeah.
different. I forget
Speed.
it's above.
Speed is Strength plus Dex. Plus
Mhm.
5.
Please don't fuck me. 7.
13.
Okay.
I have a 16.
The last.
Okay, so Dune, what was yours?
13.
Okay, so Holiday. Dune. Let me... Esper, you got a 7. Dune got a... God, you just told me. Holiday got a 17, and you got a 13. Okay, so... 9... This is something else I should have rolled before we started.
It happens.
Yeah. Okay.
XP, I regret to tell you that your ear's getting crooked.
Yeah, they're not straight, so like they'll slide, and it's very frustrating. But I haven't figured out how to fix them.
No one is required to be straight on this channel.
That was the snicker I had.
Fair.
No distractions. Stop being New York outside. I need to focus. All right. So everyone, at the top of the round, I want you all to make your morality rolls. Oh. Actually, no. Let me set the scene first. So the first battle round. Well, let's say it's battle round 0. The rest of the forces line up and start going into the wound. And it doesn't go exactly like clockwork. But the medical station is set up, and there are people guarding it in case anything creeps out of the wound to fuck with shit, you know. But also the medics also seem fairly battle-hardened. And it looks like Arrow is basically taking point at the door to the wound for now. And he's basically delegating, you know, and now that they have the steel rope, people are basically taking the cable out into that park area and circling up. And then the mages go in, and then they are followed, or actually no, I'd say the entire defense perimeter is set up before the mages even get to go up the line. And even they have additional guards that then join the outermost ring. And in the middle of a whole bunch of mages, they are... Dune, you recognize that language that's like spirit tongue, but like a different accent, i.e. mage speak. So people are speaking in foreign languages, people are speaking in spirit languages, people are playing with coins, people are using ritual weapons, and like all of these mages are each doing their own thing in tandem, and it's weird to look at, so you're almost relieved when Magath starts swarming you. And there are hundreds of them just in this area. Most of them are little pipsqueaks that, you know, you can hit with a baseball bat and they go splat. But there are a lot of them. And in the middle of all of that, Megara is just sort of standing there in a trance with a piece of string. You're not even sure what she's doing. And none of you have spirit set up, so you can't see it.
Not my circus, not my monkeys. Time to hit some Magaths.
I was gonna say, Isfir will kind of take a look at Megara and just be like, mage bullshit, this is so weird. And just pull out her sword.
Yep. So yeah, so for the most part, but there are a lot of them, and people are shooting, and people are stabbing. It's just, it's a swarm. It's not so bad. This is why you basically only get 2, like, hard attacks every half hour. Because most of it is just cutting through something that would probably be, is more of a terrain problem than an actual being attacked by things that know what they're doing, but there are a lot of them. There are a lot more of them than the last time you two were here.
Oh, good.
So the mages start maging. And now, at the top of the round, I want everyone to make their morality check, because you are by a wound that is trying to make you evil. And act on your worst impulses and fall to your basest instincts.
Can like, I already rolled most of it, but like, do they 10 again, or?
They do not 10 again, but a 10 is a success.
Okay. All right.
And as long as you have, at least one success after the ones cancel out other successes, like, you pass.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, so it's more than just one dice that we're rolling right now?
You have to roll a die for every dot of morality you have.
Oh, okay.
And then
That makes
8s, 9s,
sense.
and 10s are successes. 1s subtract from your successes, and all other numbers just don't do anything.
Passed with 3.
Mm-hmm.
2 successes.
Ooh, Esphere. Esphere, you have not been here before. So, to explain it for you, and for all the NPCs that are like, what the fuck is happening? So you went from what you expect from an undercity. It's cold, dank, dark. There's no heating. There's crawlies, creepy crawlies all over the place. Some of them glow. It's really fucked up and creepy. And then you walk across the threshold into this, like, undercity neighborhood. And suddenly the atmosphere is dry and acrid and, like, burning. And you feel your grip on clarity slipping away. Because when people were talking about, oh yeah, reality hiccups, oh yeah, quarantining from reality, oh yeah, this, you're like, whatever. You are not in the mundane world anymore. You are not in the hedge. You do not know where the fuck you are. And that this place is just wrong.
Yeah.
You feel it to the depths of your little lost soul. This is wrong. Why am I here? This giant neighborhood is trying to eat me, I think.
Yeah,
And you can't tell if these are the screams of the Magaths, of these freaky, fucked up looking spirits. Hedge beasts now are very cute by comparison. These are horrors and disgusting aberrations. It sounds like the screams of like 10,000 dying people in agony and rage.
Cool. So to clarify this in terms so I can know what to keep track of, my clarity, which is 5, I mark a wound in that and go down to 4.
You lose a dot of clarity.
I lose a dot. Okay, so I go down to 4.
Yeah. Can you, so this is where, so hold on to your, while we're waiting for your turn, take a look at what happens when a changeling loses clarity.
Cool.
So at the top of round 1, 30% of your forces lost their morality checks. And about 15% of them are now rampaging.
Oof.
Oh, good.
So the mages aren't doing great with their ritual for this first round, but a lot of people were not expecting this. And so there is a bit of confusion. People are holding the lines, but that means letting some people break formation to go be a rage monster over there. And as people are departing from the battle lines, they are getting swarmed with nasty creatures.
I have a thing for this.
I mean, they are also being rage beasts, so, you know.
Yeah. Holiday, heads or tails?
Tails.
Okay. No one in your team has succumbed.
Okay.
You can tell some of them are straining, but it's... Hell is here, and it is trying to eat you.
Okay.
Yeah, Esphere's grip slightly weakens on her sword and is trembling a bit right now. Because this is fucked up.
I have a thing for this.
Okay.
Actually. I don't know if it's going to work, but if it does, it's going to be neat.
Holiday, you are first to go. Aside from the Magaths that are just constantly attacking you. Do you want to attack something that is trying to kill you, or what?
No, when the first Magath takes a swing at me, I will initiate Fake Hunting to as a reaction.
Mm-hmm.
And I will immediately challenge it to a duel, let it punch me, and it will disintegrate because I have that stupid ogre benefit.
Can you describe that stupid ogre benefit for me?
Okay, so I have Fake Hunting, which for an ogre means that my skin just immediately hardens instantly, and because I'm wearing an armor, it does that. It just becomes super, super dense, and as soon as it makes contact, it takes damage to itself. And Magaths, as we've seen so far in the past, don't have the stamina to take much of a hit, so it just going wham, and then it just goes and just sort of disintegrates. The damage value on that is equal to my stamina, which at this point is 4. And because it's attacking me or a member of my motley, it's aggravated damage.
Okay. And let me find that list of nasties.
Your motley crew.
So basically, so instead of So when something attacks you, you just throw your defense and then it kills itself on you.
The little things, I'm doing that. I'm not even bothering to defend against the little things. The big things, if something like for my actual defense roll, when something big comes along, I will absolutely roll my defense. But the little things, I am more concerned about.
Okay, yeah. Okay, that's fine. So Fake Hunting for this round.
Yeah, and I can activate the loophole by challenging it to a duel, so I don't have to pay the glamour cost on Fake Hunting.
And it tries to bite you and falls apart.
Yeah. I go, have at thee, knave, as soon as it takes a swing at me.
Okay. So, so you don't even have to roll an... Oh, okay, so,
No, it is entirely reflexive.
So, something comes... Where Holiday, are you, like, on the outermost lines?
Yeah, we're in that side pocket, sucked in the mail gen in a minute.
Yeah. Okay. Doing that will take one of your attack actions.
Okay.
So, do you want to start goading the male djinn with your attack actions?
No, not yet, because that takes something else that I have to do.
Okay.
So I'm going to use my my piece of the monarch and activate fortifying presence on everyone.
Okay. Everyone in your party of 21, or
no, everyone in the area.
Okay.
So fortifying presence gives everyone, let's see, success. Heals 2 points of target of clarity damage.
Back up to 5.
Which, with the way we're running clarity, should restore morality to folks.
Okay.
And then I'm going to roll it because I have to roll for it. And if I get an exceptional success, I get to be a touchstone for everyone.
Okay. About 70% of the people rampaging were changelings. So yeah.
Let me roll that real quick.
I am going to say this is taking one of your attack actions.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We are very grateful for it, though.
Yeah, it is an action, so that's perfectly agreeable.
Awesome.
Holiday is MVP right now.
Okay. Presence plus empathy plus weird. So let me check my character sheet real quick. Presence 4, empathy 3, 7, weird 5, 12 plus a d12 plus a d10. Neat.
That sounded like it exploded.
It did. 16 plus, so it's a 28 on the die roll. It is a contested action.
Mm-hmm.
It's resolve plus weird.
So this is you goading. This is
me calming the entire
okay.
the crowd.
Okay.
So they do get a resolve plus weird check if they don't want to be sedated.
They want to be sedated. This only work on changelings?
It's the way you're running morality. I would think it would apply to everyone.
Okay, but does
because it's an overall.
Does it say changelings?
It says clarity damage.
All right, I'll allow it.
Okay. And because I got the exceptional success, I count as a temporary touchstone for everyone.
Okay, I'll say that because it's an exceptional success, it is working on everybody.
Yeah.
Because you rolled 7 successes when a 5 is a critical.
Yeah. And that the touchstone and benefit lasts until the next clarity attack they suffer. So the next time they get to roll against the wound.
Oh, okay.
Which I'm assuming is next round.
Probably.
All right. Okay, so you enacted 2 contracts.
I only enacted one of them for one of my actions. The other one was reflex when I got attacked.
Okay. All right, so now I guess roll a defense.
Okie doke.
As something comes rolling towards you.
Excellent.
Like in a giant plastic ball, and it is some kind of gigantic rodent with blood slathering down its face. And what are you allergic to, little guy? Or giant guy?
I hope it's sunlight. 24.
I need to reorganize these notes for next week. This is ridiculous.
And then when we do the defense rolls, we're adding our defense, right? It's whatever that predetermined number from our sheet is, just to make sure I'm understanding for when.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just want to make sure for when it gets to my turn.
And blah blah blah. Okay, so what did you roll?
24. I 10 again in defense.
That beats it. What did you attack it with? Or no?
I didn't.
Well, this isn't a defense, so
yeah.
Yeah. It misses. And the giant hamster of rage in the hamster ball is very angry and screaming to the heavens.
Is it a spirit?
You suppose? It's not a changeling.
That's fair.
Okay, so that is an attack and a defense, and yeah, a reflexive action. Next, which NPCs did I open that document? Yes. Get out all my d6s to roll up some NPCs on the fly.
Yeah, I'm assuming Isphere is just swinging her sword right now and stomping on whatever comes close that doesn't get caught with the sword. In an effort to keep it away from the group.
Yep. You're basically just doing that constantly.
Probably cursing in Russian and saying, "This sucks! I hate these little— get off my boat, you fucker!"
The hamster ball then rolls onto a wolf next to you. No, it's actually they're not quite in. Actually, no, because all Supernats are immune to the lunacy. So yeah, the hamster ball rolls into a werewolf.
Spot, no, not the car.
Does the hamster ball happen to have sunlight as a bane?
How could you tell?
Because I'm emitting sunlight?
It does not seem... There are things that are shying away from you and others who are now made of sunlight. But this thing does not seem to. And it rolls right over this yeah, it's a Rahu.
Aww.
And it's comical and kind of sad.
I mean, the Rahu's gonna stand back up because that's crunchy damage, but...
Yeah. But it's still like, he is pissed. Like, no, I did not just get punked by a giant hamster. And basically there are very few lone wolves. Basically any wolf you see is in a pack of at least 3 to 5 other wolves, and they are going to take out their rage on this hamster, and it is screaming. And it is... Esther, this is fucked up!
So much screaming.
So
She's just like...
What's that, Mr. Bark? Do you need to go get the ball? Do you need to go get the ball? Do you have the ball?
Do you have the ball? Do you have the ball? Yep.
Istria just grips her swords tighter and is like, I hate this. I fucking hate this. I fucking hate it.
Chat, you can buy NPCs. They might be allies, they might be enemies. You can be as fucked up or as abstract as you want, but I draw the line at problematic and will tell you to fuck right off about that. So, yeah. And I have final say on what's an ally and what's an enemy. Just in case you want to give them another pet, this is not a place where they're going to pick up a new pet.
Not today, at least.
Not today. With that, speaking of pets, Dune, you're next. Yes, buy NPCs with channel points. Do it. Do it.
Or buy us +1s, because as you see how I've been rolling, I really need them.
You cannot add +1s to clarity. Morality.
Yeah. I got nothing special. I'm gonna be firearms, specialty handguns, and dex to shoot things.
Okay. Something in the first half of the round shambles up to you. It is another one of those. You're assuming it's some kind of spirit and not an actual zombie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it definitely, it looks like a zombie. But it's covered in just, like, bubbling red ichor that might be blood or blood equivalent. It's gross. And it is coming towards you in a raw flash.
15 to hit.
Awesome. Okay, that is... you hit it.
Yep. Damage. So my pistol does damage. Looks like 2 damage, piercing 2.
Okay, you do it 2 damage. It blows one of its arms off, but it's still coming towards you.
Isn't your damage a bonus on top of the successes you roll?
Oh, is that what that means?
That's the
because this is damage. This is plus this, plus that, or whatever.
Yeah, I thought it was successes plus. Okay, so.
Okay, so that would be 4 damage then.
Okay.
So 2 successes.
You get more than an arm. It is still shambling towards you.
Yeah.
And will try to attack you. But it's just a zombie, and it rolls a 12, so roll your dodge.
Yeah. No. Holy shit. No.
Oh no.
That's 25 on dice,
Okay.
plus 8.
Yeah, you're just like, fuck you, Zombo, and...
I take a step to the left and trip it. I don't know.
Yes.
You pivot and shoot out its kneecap.
Poor Zombo.
At least that's how I think it would work.
But it's still up, and it's still... So... Who's next to you?
Well, I'm on the line, so...
Yeah, which means there's still people next to you, because you're forming a
Yes,
line.
no. I'm simply saying that, yeah.
So you are next to someone who is not breathing. So then they are... Huh. But they don't look like one of the gangrel. Interesting. Okay, so instead it sort of stumbles up to this dude who's not breathing and is wearing kind of all black battle armor, and he is doing a sorcery, maybe? So he's one of those vampire mages, and how do you do?
How do you do? Get fucked.
And he is not doing great, as he's kind of like, "Zah," and the zombie keeps coming towards him, and he's just like, well, fuck.
This is why I used a gun.
And it goes and it tries to chomp on him. Doesn't do a great job because he is wearing some kind of expensive battle armor, but it's just like, get off me.
Wait, I need to go back to the tower. I didn't want this.
I'm an Order Jakul. Why did I volunteer for this?
One hand for the gun, one hand on the line, you know? This is how this works.
And he's got, like, this ornate, fancy sword that you're like, is that, like, ritual? Because it doesn't look like it would be a very good sword, but it's like, yeah. You're getting a strong Petruchio vibe off of this guy for some reason.
Or Petruchio.
Okay, and now it is Esphere's turn.
Cool! Esphere's gone from, like, great to what the fuck to, like, God damn it, this sucks.
This is not what I was expecting.
Cool. But nobody around us is like taking super aggro damage or anything, or is like gone down in our little party of 20, right?
It looked bad when people started succumbing to their darkest desires, but then Holiday stopped all that. So it's like, okay.
Cool. So with Holiday like doing crowd control, she's just gonna focus on attacking whatever comes up at them and just kind of like trying to make sure Holiday is protected, because Holiday's doing a good thing right now and we want everybody to not frenzy.
Okay, coming at you.
Take these off so I can actually roll.
Is... Oh, fun!
Oh, goody.
There is, where are you? So are you also on, like, the front line?
I'm with Holiday's contingent, so I'm in that group of 20 that's gonna hopefully lure off
that's
bad.
Sort of gathering on one edge, and will then just sort of like section off like a spore and go wreak havoc.
Pretty much.
So weirdly, you hear a hissing from behind you, and it is a 4-foot tall centipede, and it is biting at your ankles.
Rude. Why did I go Scottish?
So roll a defense.
Okay. That's actually not bad. 7 plus what is my defense for 11?
You okay. What is happening here? It rolled an 11 as well, but ties go to the defender, so
Yay!
It's close, but like, what the fuck was that?
I'm sure she just like barely blocks it with her claymore and is like holding it with one hand flat against the blade to keep its pincers from
Disembodied murder mittens. Okay.
Yeah, that was our next drop.
That's exciting.
But is it like cat murder mittens or like human murder? I have questions.
Two mittens trying to kill people.
We'll see where the mood takes us. Alright, so... do the thing. Okay. But it is now in range for you to stab it.
Cool,
like
so
a
she's...
whole bunch.
Yeah, she's gonna... like, draw her sword out and then just try and swish it back in there, and that would be... I'm trying to figure what kind of... just a straight up D10 roll, or I'm trying to figure out...
Well, if what weapon are you using?
My sword? So I have a
so
specialty in weaponry. Yeah.
Weaponry, +1 for your bonus, or for your skill spec if you have one in sword.
Okay.
And yeah, so that would be strength plus weaponry. Add those dots together, and then add a die roll. And oh, thank you for the subscription, Malk Maven. We now have channel icons for subscribers. Yay!
Huzzah!
7, so I don't even make a success.
Oh yeah, it died. Shoo, shoo. And it just like screams in rage that you dared to try and stab it while it was trying to eat you.
She just backs at it.
How dare!
So that's defense. Is it 1 attack or 2 attacks?
We're gonna go 1 round of attack and defense, and then another round of attack and defense.
Got it. Okay. I just couldn't remember if there's 2 in each round or 1, so yeah, she just screams right back at it.
And
that's her turn. I am doing really great tonight, guys.
Yep. I believe in you.
I am gonna start yeeting things to dice jail.
Probably not a terrible idea.
Yeah.
There is a... Based on the arrow inscribed on their battle armor, you're assuming there's some kind of mage, because apparently that's a mage thing. Actually, no, they're Mysterium. They're still wearing battle armor. So a plain ordinary human, you think, they're gonna try and attack it, too. And they miss. This bugger is fast. You really don't like these Magoths. These suck. And now we begin 1.5.
Followed by a light salad.
So, Esphere, this thing is snapping at you still and just continue, but you still have all these, like, things. And you're punching and you're stabbing. Sorry, I'm distracted by chat.
I've got chat, or which chat, because I'm just trying to post from the main chat into here so you can at least...
I'm not looking at the Zoom screen, I'm looking at the OBS. So I can't actually see anything you... If you're putting things in Zoom chat, I can't see it.
Never mind then, I'm trying to be helpful and I'll stop.
It's okay, just tell me when there's an NPC drop and I'll read it real quick.
Okay. I know Typhonius also redeemed one, but they didn't say what the NPC was, so I'm trying to get more clarification.
They can't... Oh, okay, he didn't understand. Okay, yeah, you, it makes you type something in as the NPC you're dropping. I don't know how to be more straightforward about that.
Typhonius, it's, you can create the NPC, but, like, final say on if it's going to be a help or a hindrance is up to the DM, and if we as the channel deem it's problematic, then we're not going to post it, if that makes sense. So you have control to create it, it's just Chris is going to decide if it's going to help us, or if it's going to, you know, try and eat my ankles.
Well, the ankle biter was from my list, so... So yeah, describe an NPC, and we'll see where it lands.
I have 2... Esphere's got 2 ankles, I'm assuming it's going for the one, if you wanted to someone to go for the other.
Zombie King Elvis.
With a chainsaw guitar.
Kneecaps like ankles her privilege.
I thought it was kneecaps for the privilege, according to those who are not very... I'm just gonna stop before I summon someone to steal my kneecaps.
Okay, the mages are... from what anyone can tell of is happening in the ritual, it doesn't sound like the mages are having a good time. You're keeping them safe. And nobody frenzied this round. But, like... Yeah, it's taking them a while to find their footing.
Okay, so a person eating pot pie, thank you, Arcane, and a Timberwolf spirit for our ties.
Maybe I should have left the cooldown on. Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah, okay, I see.
Yeah. This is going great. We're not doing... It's not going bad at all, everybody.
Okay.
How that attitude?
Okay. So, and now we're back up to Holiday for round 1.5.
Can I see a big annoying target anywhere in my vicinity?
Besides me.
You're not a target.
Okay. Big
I like how
target.
that's the part you clarified.
Yeah, you see a guy in a sparkling red leisure suit with a chainsaw shaped like a guitar and this slicked back pompadour hair, You've actually seen churches worship a figure like this. You thought it was a musician thing, but like maybe this is the evil version. As you were attacked by Zombie King Elvis with chainsaw guitar, thank you, Fadier.
Cool, he's catching a sunbolt in the face.
Awesome. So that will be your attack. Let's roll it. What is his allergy?
Uh, 16 to hit him.
Okay. He only rolled a 14 to dodge. So how much damage is that?
Should be 6 aggravated. Unless I get to count the successes, my total successes on my attack roll.
Okay. Is that aggravated towards everything, or just things sensitive to sunlight?
Aggravated to everything.
Okay.
If I get, because I spent the willpower point on when I activated Helios' judgment.
Ah, I see. All right. Yeah, Elvis rolled 6 health levels, so yeah. Basically, yeah. He comes to hit you with his guitar, like he's Pete Townsend, which makes no sense. And you just Kameha! And he's
He got Thanos.
Yep.
Taser face.
But while you are busy attacking that guy, something else is attacking you.
No.
Oh, because they're
I'm sorry,
everywhere!
It slipped past me. I'm sorry.
Oh wait, I already have these rolled up. Just, I have to reorganize this. How much longer is game tonight? Oh, we've only got 20 minutes. Well, we'll go like, can we go 15 minutes later since we started 15 minutes late?
Sure.
I don't mind.
Okay.
I don't have anything to do.
I'm an hour behind you guys, so we're already.
Yeah, I'm
already ahead of the game here.
All
Yeah,
right.
it's only 8:30 here for me, so.
Same.
So...
I'm gonna roll defense now and die to this monster.
roll to dodge as a spider As a spider, bites at your leg. We'll see if it connects.
Okay. I rolled an 11. No, I rolled a 13 on my defense.
It rolled a 17 to bite you.
Oh no. Whatever will I do?
And that other thing is reflexive?
Yeah. Well, no, it's on for the scene.
Okay, yeah, and this is still the same scene. So, how much damage does it take?
Let me check. It's been a minute since I've activated fake counting. And got hit by something. Ordinarily, I just break humans with this. Fake counting. Equal to my stamina rating. So it's going to be 4 points of damage.
It's you definitely damage its face. This one's as Magosko, it's only about 2 feet wide. There are bigger spiders approaching, unfortunately. But this is a tough little guy, and he's got his stinger out, and he's just menacing you, but that's its turn.
Spiders have stingers?
This one
These
does.
do.
Okay.
How much damage did it do?
Oh, did it actually get to do any damage to you?
Oh yeah, it hits me.
Oh, okay.
You chipped a mandible, now it's mad.
Yeah. 17. It did, we'll say 4 lethal.
Cool, I'll ignore that. I'm currently sitting at 9 and 11 on my defense ratings.
So yes, chomp, crunch, everything's hissing, and it exudes this presence of just death and destruction, but it's not having the effect it wanted. This is bullshit.
I just look down at it like, you're beneath my contempt. Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane.
That is a very holiday thing.
Get
Those two
the
sentences
ends.
are very, very holiday.
When you get to the party that happened, and one of the scenes that happened in it, you will see this power on full display, being very, very, very funny.
Not the vampire party, but different. Okay,
No, it's coming up because it's on Logoi.
got it. I did meet the Prince of Logoi. He is charmer.
He's a special snowflake.
Yeah.
So that is my attack and my defense.
Okay. Another maybe a mage. The adamantine arrows, they don't really have like a uniform, but they all seem to be emblazoned with some kind of arrow shape that seems similar. It's like, okay, you've got a club. That's cool.
Because they're men. We're men in tights. Tights.
Are they in fact killing Trogdor?
Trogdor!
Are they deploying the RO'd?
All glory to the Hypnotoad.
Praise be to Hypnotoad.
Yeah, so this guy in the mage armor tries to stab at it with like a vibroblade, and he misses, and it's just sort of like, what the fuck, man? This guy does not seem like he's used to fighting small things. Yeah, he misses. He's not happy about it. He's as annoyed as you are, if not more so. Next, Dune.
Right. Yeah, I've got a handgun and a handy target. I'm gonna keep shooting.
Yep, there's still a zombo.
Those firearms. 16 to hit.
16 and the zombo rolled less.
Berserker.
So it's 3 successes plus 2 is 5 damage.
Yep,
Lethal.
it's slag. It's muck. You just you hit the head. You aim for the head,
So-
you get the head.
So what
It just-
happened? So what happened is that so it came up to me, tried to eat me. I shot it twice, shot its arm off and a fair chunk of its chest, torso. It staggered past and went to the vampire next to me, who tried to do magic ritual vampire bullshit and failed and got zombie. And then I just went bang bang again right into the head, and it dissolved into this vampire's, arms basically all over its fancy armor.
I was gonna say
Splat.
the armor is like all gooed now, and
He looks very grateful though, because
You're welcome.
thanks. They can say thank you in the Order of Dracul. Who knew?
I'll pull out a spare gun and toss it to him.
And again, while someone is busy killing something, something else attacks you, and it is a much bigger spider.
Okay. Here we go. What the fuck? Anyway,
Cat?
my sister's dog is trying to dig in underneath my door. You can see his foot.
Let us. I see. Oh, that's puppy.
Oh.
Let us game.
does Doggo bring +2 to dice rolls?
And I wish. 12 to defend.
It rolls a 19,
Oof.
but what happens instead? We'll just go with damage.
Just go with it.
It basically takes one of its legs and just like, it doesn't quite stab you with it. It like, no, it stabs you in the leg, or tries to. I don't remember if you're wearing armor.
I am. My coat is armored, and my armor is in fact 7. So I'll shake it off.
It tries to do 4 lethal to you.
Yeah. No.
And fails. But as it connects, you just feel this wave of just misery and it's like misery, and we are not going to win. We are so fucked. And roll a willpower. Roll your willpower.
Okay. So just roll it and then add my willpower to it, basically?
Yeah, let's do that. Fuck it.
Roll and add my dots and willpower, okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
Cool. That is a cocked dice. Give me a second. I had to fish out from underneath something.
Dice gel!
Okay, that's a 10. Yeah. We cool. 1 success.
Yeah, 1 success is enough to not be incapacitated for the next round.
Yep.
Sir.
But then you'd get to go see what the medical station is like. Is this guy human? What the fuck, man? Is he a werewolf? Like, what
He's
is happening?
close. He's close to a werewolf.
Werewolf adjacent.
Werewolf adjacent. I mean, they didn't let any other wolf floods come, but I mean, not many
Diet
wolf floods wanted to come.
werewolf, if you say.
Huh?
Diet werewolf.
You're a crystal werewolf.
You know,
Crystal light wolf.
all the lunacy, none of the powers.
Meanwhile, the spider has more than 1 leg. And that Urdrakul guy was right next to you and botched his defense.
Oof.
Ooh.
So
He gets to see what the medical tent looks like.
you see his arm is still it's just got these awful needly feet and just, you know, got into a chink in the armor, and the arm is still on. It's just not really doing anything, and it was a 2-handed sword.
Oof.
So, you kind of
You need a hand over there?
Not I, but buddy might like one.
It's holding on by I was trying to think of how to do tenacity, but it's tendons. I can't get it.
Tendinacity.
There we go.
Your
Cool.
turn.
My turn. I assume the giant centipede is still in front of me, and
Chomp, chomp.
cool. I'm gonna have to deal with that to go help Holiday. So screw it. She's going to try and stab this motherfucker because fuck that thing. In back. Okay, that's not terrible. I'm actually better dice roll this time, everybody. Shock, I know. Let's see, 6 plus 2, 8 plus 1, 9 plus 1, 10.
It rolls a 22 to dodge. This bugger.
In the nicest way possible right now, Chris.
Sorry.
It's fine.
And
really-
now it gonna try to bite you.
You can go fuck off.
It tries to
You have
bite
a
you.
You have a problem over there with happy feet?
It rolls an 8. It rolls 1 success to bite you. It's like a slap fight happening on the front lines. Like, eh.
It's my defense. I get an 8. Exactly.
Ties go to the defender. So yeah, it's chomp, chomp.
I need to really start using these plus ones.
I haven't used any yet.
I know, that's the scary thing. So that's my attack defense. I don't really have any reaction spells.
Okay.
Yeah, she just glares at it even more.
Are you having problems with happy feet over there?
You know, you want to come over and deal with it holiday? You be my guest. It's right there as she's like dodging it, biting at her ankles.
It gets tired of you, and goes and bites, that adamantine arrow mage guy. Not the main one, but this other one that you're hanging out with.
Vibroblade dude.
Yeah, Vibroblade dude, and it bites him.
I'm gonna call him Buzz because it's funny.
Sure, Buzz.
What's really sad is when the good NPC rolls an 18, but the bad guy rolls a 27.
That's rough.
So yeah, it basically there must have been some kind of techno kind of aspect to this armor, because it gets right up in there. No, actually, no, we'll say it went right into his armor and is starting to munch on the armor from the inside, and he is not sure what to do. He is not having a good time with this.
As Fear just gestures, it's like, see, it's not just me.
He's roaring more in anger than in fear or pain, but it's still, he's pissed. He's a thyrsus. Spirits don't eat him, he eats spirits. Like, that's the deal.
Cool. We survived round 1, guys.
Woohoo! So, by the end of battle round 1, the mages have scored 3 successes on the ritual, and they need 50.
Oh, fuck that.
Chris, why is that so high?
Because they're trying to quarantine a large section of undercity. They're trying to quarantine Midtown Manhattan. Like,
no, I understand the number, but
yeah,
this is a fucked up rep. People thought they were prepared for this. They were not. It's only and only 89 NPCs have died.
That's not terrible.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
What we got.
So NPCs remaining 2,311. So yeah, if Holiday hadn't stopped people from rampaging, that would have been a lot worse. And battle round 1 is over. Bye-bye. And again, players, please tell me when you fail rolls or botch them.
Oh, I absolutely will.
Oh, goody.
Oh, yeah, definitely. We'll definitely inform you of this.
Alright, so we're at the top of battle round 2. Everyone, roll your morality check.
I don't want to touch my dice because they're cursed.
Do you want to roll on Google? I found out you could just roll dice on Google.
I know you can, but I'm also afraid of the Google being cursed.
I had this a little bit ahead of time, and I got 1 success.
Okay, that is enough.
Alright. And we can't use the +1s on these.
Here's 1.
Oh, hallelujah! 3 successes!
Yay! You are all still you. Or some equivalent. As the wound again, like, just pulses. And you feel so gross.
Oh,
Changelings, it feels like something is trying to pull reality away from you.
Goody.
Nerd.
Dune, there is something that wants you to wolf rage. And you're like, fuck you, I rage when I want to.
I mean, not all the time, but it hasn't gotten the right trigger for it yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Isfir is just like trying to calm her nerves because this is bringing back bad memories, man. Arcadia wasn't quite like this, but I'm assuming this is bringing up Arcadia vibes for her and she's not having a good day.
It's bringing up a lot of vibes for a lot of people. Alright, at the top of the round, Holiday, something is again rolling towards you, but this time it looks like a pie on its side edge, and it's got a bunch of giant toothy mouths in it. As Arcane the Sage bought a person-eating pot pie. So yes, this is a pot pie that eats people.
That's fine. Is it afraid of sunlight?
You are not yet sure.
Okay, we'll find out in a minute.
Woohoo!
The pies and Sweeney Todd gain sentience.
I'll roll my defense first.
Because it is attacking you.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm laughing at Arcane the Sage in chat about getting Dune to rage.
It only rolled a 6 to attack you. Clearly it's not very steady on its edge.
It misses.
Yeah, I assume that misses. Well, it didn't even pass. Well, if you botched, it would pass, but is it?
I did not botch,
You did not
unfortunately.
Thank you for the NPC drop video.
Weather wax. Anyway.
Get your granny.
It fails to bite you.
I just assume it's rolling and then it warbles and then it lands face down.
It's still up, but yeah, it's not great at aiming.
Yeah, there's an issue with the circumference.
The changelings are just like, we are never going into the hill. We will stick to the hedge. This is fucked up.
Has rules.
Yeah.
Has everybody lost their minds again?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot to say that. Oh, this was the bad one.
Oh, goody.
Half of your forces have failed their morality check.
Oh, dang.
Well.
So, over almost 600 people have started freaking the fuck out.
Stay. Activating fortifying presence again, using the selling a little bit of my soul again to do so.
Remember, you need to hit a crit success for it to hit all the Supernats, but at least, you know, the changelings won't be dead.
Is this a goblin contract, curiosity?
No, this is fortifying presence. It's on find the page for you. It's a shield contract.
Oh, okay. I just got a little worried there with when you said selling my soul. I'm like,
It is on page 142, fortifying presence. It's a royal contract.
Oh wait, so it is a contract.
Yes.
But the sunlight thing is also a contract.
Yes.
So you can only do one of those.
They're both. One of them is an instant action. The other one is an actual contested action.
Okay. So you can do fortifying presence. I didn't catch that last round, but that would count as your attack. But
it did last round.
Oh.
Yeah, I only got one attack off last round.
I'm sorry. I'm bad at reading my own notes. Okay.
No, that's okay.
Ah.
I am keeping track. Let's see. 15 plus. Yes, I did roll the 22 to set off the.
Okay.
That's not 22. It's 26. I'm bad at math.
Oh no, that's only 7 successes. Oh, that's 7 successes again. So yeah, almost half of everyone you're fighting alongside, including the changelings in your own group, start like, and then they're like, oh, okay.
And they're like, we need to make sure that Holiday does not die.
Yeah,
so Esther's trying to get in front of him and protect him.
Holiday seems to be holding the line.
Yep, they're all getting that impression, and they're like, yep. And you've already defended against the man-eating pie.
Yes. Sad pie.
Sad pie. And
I'll have a joke for you when we get off of stream.
Uh-oh.
Revolving around my Star Wars game.
Yes. Good. Please feed me. I sustain sustenance from them.
Werewolves, do you want to attack the pie?
Did the pie hit one of the werewolves?
I mean, they'll wolf it down.
We lost track of the hamster, but those werewolves, you know, no, they're not going to let themselves get punked by a hamster.
Is the pie on a windowsill?
Not yet. But one of the werewolves by you does kick the pie back in the other direction to keep rolling back, and they're like, what is this place? We know this land. We know this hill and this is fucked up. The changelings are like, we are never going there, and they're like, you shouldn't. It's not good. It's there's a reason we keep people out of it, man. And, you know, you're still being nibbled on and run into by varying small things trying to eat you. And let me write down this new NPC.
Contempt is my armor.
Yeah, I think if we have free actions, Isfir realizing, well, she already realized how important Holiday was, but is gonna whistle and yell like, "Circle up!" and like point to around Holiday.
I mean,
Like,
speaking is a free action. Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
you could do that.
So, yeah, she just, I can't whistle, but does the whistle with, thank you, and yells, "Great, circle up!" and gestures around Holiday because, you know.
Well, I
Man,
hope everyone is
keeping us
entertained, even if I'm
I
still
am
not
having
sure.
a delight.
Oh, I'm like, can't we go for the rest of the night and figure out how this ends? But you need
Yeah.
sleep. I need sleep.
Yeah.
Everybody needs sleep.
Although these rounds are taking longer than I thought, so next game we might, or next session we might go to just one battle round. Especially if we have more players.
I was gonna say, yeah, next week is everybody, so
I might
Your
have...
mass combat system is holding up.
it is. It's going
It's
great.
a lot of fun.
Yeah, because it's, from everything I've already known and everything I then heard echoed by lots of cishe white boys on the internet, that was weird. I'm like, really? The trouble with mass combat is, how do you make it personal for the players, but also epic? So.
I think our NPC buy-in is working pretty well for that epic part with what we're having to.
Just the weird random things that happen up on this one when we're on Sesame Street.
Yeah.
Yup.
We will also happily take +1s, chat. Don't know how many times I'm gonna say this.
Hey, Chris,
Yes?
are we actually on Sesame Street? Is that the name of the street we have to be standing on while we're fighting?
Odds or evens?
Evens.
It is not Sesame Street.
Son of a bitch. My emergency.
It is Drury Lane.
There we
We'll
go.
take it.
I heard NPC Paella and now I'm tempt. I have questions, Arcade.
When did I say paella? I don't know.
I don't. Yeah.
Marbles in face. Alright, so, Dune. The zombie is dead, but that misery spider is still taking pieces out of that Ordo Dracul vampire.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah. Okay. Yes, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna switch guns. Put my handgun away and pull out my sonic shotgun.
Woohoo!
Here, Sonic Shotgun. This is a sonic shotgun. More importantly, actually, I'm gonna pull out the regular shotgun. I think. Let me check the regular shotgun real fast. Yeah, basically. Really important thing with the shotgun is that it's a street sweeper. So 9 and 8 is 17.
Yeah, it botched. So how much damage does it do plus 4 successes?
Okay, shotgun is 3 plus 4, so 7. More importantly, I'm trying to knock it off the guy. So that's why I'm using the shotgun and not the pistol.
Falls over, but leaves the little leg and the arm just like dangling there.
So you said 7?
Yeah, 7 lethal.
Where are you, spider? Okay. Yeah, it's so shotgun, by which it shoots ordnance that sprays, kind of?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Is it like a spray, or is it like one really big slug?
So, but
I'm using buckshot currently.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it is spray and not slug.
So yeah,
Mainly because I could sprinkle cold iron dust and silver particles on it as well.
So you get it at just the right angle that not only does it fall off the guy, but you blow off a whole bunch of its legs and a lot of its tummy, basically.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And yeah, it's pretty dead. And also, sometimes when you take down some of these creatures, their brethren consume them. Which is just so much fun to watch. As in, not at all.
Yeah.
As long as they're not attacking us.
I am, however, also going to start shoving the guy down the line. Because he needs to... He may not have a heartbeat, but he's not going to have an arm in the near future either if he's not careful.
Yeah, what happens is, a lot of people have comlinks, people have probably the same cell phone in their brain that Petruchio does. So, somehow, one way or another, you hear, the arrow guy, so, you know, one more down the line, one more on the line. And so one person who has presumably just been, healed gets back on his end, and they close up around where that guy fell off, and they're basically just passing this vampire back down the line towards the medic tent. And you have, throughout all of this, not only been, like, hitting things that are trying to bite you, but moving bodies up and down this line.
Yeah.
I got a cold noodle for the line. Cold noodle. It just feels like a fry cook situation where they're like...
oh, this is mean. And so, Dune, as you're making sure this guy starts getting passed down and he's kind of fucked up, you have to dodge something flying at your head.
Okay.
As it will... Not only is it a raven with beak and talons that are very sharp, but it's also on fire.
14 to dodge.
Okay.
This bird is on fire.
Ooh, it rolled a 15. So... It is unfortunately on fire, so that is 3 ag damage, but I don't know how your armor... You're still wearing armor, so...
Yes.
It's getting a little warm in there.
I'm not sure how ballistic armor handles ag damage either, but...
Sorry.
How many points of ballistic armor do you have?
I have... If I'm reading this correctly, I believe I have 7 points of ballistic armor.
Okay, well... It burns a point of ballistic... 1 point turns it from ag/lethal to bludgeoning. The other point takes out the,
Oh, my armor is 3/7. Sorry.
Okay, so yeah, you shrug off the ag this time.
Yeah.
However, if it gets much more severe, you're probably boned.
Yeah. Like, I'm just a guy wearing an armored trench coat.
So yeah, whoosh. It's getting a little toasty in there, but you are still okay.
And Dune cried, "Nevermore!"
Dune probably cried, you know, something, Nickwin or something like that, you know.
Welsh curse words.
Welsh cursing, yeah.
Something, if my sainted auntie were here.
Those don't have vowels in them, right?
Cocky goth, something like that.
Okay,
Cockagarth. There you go.
the raven is doing its raven thing.
Is that raven thing could call a motherfucker?
And despite the fact that vampires don't really like fire, this grizzled vampire woman is going to try and do something to it.
Go, grizzled vampire, go!
You know what? Fuck it. This is she's not Archmage. She's a crone, which is like an Archmage if you're a vampire. She's just like, here, little birdie, and she 10 agains, so that's 17.
There you go.
All right, that's a 20.
Is she the Grizzly Adams that we need?
She is. Just point her at the Magoth.
20
She'll take care of
versus
it.
14. So she reaches up and starts crushing it. Hey, little birdie. Crunch, crunch, crunch. And she's got these, like, wolf claws. Then you're like, wait, how do vampires get wolf claws? You know, never mind. It's cool. Crunch, crunch, crunch. And people around her, she's not wearing armor. She's just wearing, like a robe. And she's hunched over. and she's got a cane that she's been hitting things. She's like, basically she's Agra, but as a gangrel, and
I love it.
Other people in the Adamantine era are just like, the fuck is happening?
So long as I'm not seeing anybody throw forest lightning, I'm pretty okay with whatever happens down here.
That would technically be mage forces. They could, but the mages are definitely holding back on magic because paradox.
Paradox.
Oh no, elementals could do it too.
I was gonna say, are elementals just like psh, 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 psh.
Just elements playing all over the place.
And yeah, she just crushes this thing, and it's weird. Okay.
Dune holding the back of his head, and back of his head one hand, and fending off tiny little sparrow magoths or whatever with the other. Much obliged.
There you go, sweetie. And she goes back to hitting things with her staff. She's not bad at it though. She's pretty good with that that gnarled staff, and you're like, where did this creature come from? But it's cool.
Glad she's on our side.
I'm not questioning it.
She's only got one eye, and like, how does she even have the depth perception to like grab a bird in mid-flight? Okay, we'll finish out this round. S-Sphere, the centipede is not attacking you, but it is inside that guy's armor. So do you want to deal with that, or would you rather hit something else and just let that be his problem?
She feels bad. Is it like fully in his armor, or is like part of it out so she's not stabbing the guy?
I'd say it's partially into it.
Cool. She's gonna like spin her sword around and just like try and stab it into the ground. And hopefully actually do something this time. I'm gonna take a +1 because this is just the way I've been rolling.
Oh, you used +1? I should keep track of that. Has anyone else used any +1s yet? No?
No.
Okay.
10 altogether, because I suck.
Well, the centipede, I guess because it's partially prone, only rolled a 4. So...
Cool. So she manages to pin it in the ground. Just growls at it like, you and I have unfinished business, so get the fuck out of there and stop
talking. Let me double check its stats. I didn't roll its stats. Okay. Well, you do 1 lethal to it.
Okay. I'll take it.
Don't you also do your sword damage?
Which is 3 lethal?
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, so
4 lethal altogether to like, she's trying to pin it in and like, make it crawl, like jerk its head back out and look at her.
It's on the end of your, you stab it and pull it out basically, and it's just like, thank you. And it's still alive.
Is this the one that tried to bite me?
No, this is the one that's been fucking with me.
Yeah, this is the centipede.
Okay.
I don't know if the centipede attacked you. I don't think it did.
The spider tried to bite. The spider it was a despair spider tried to bite you.
And a man-eating pie tried to bite you.
Yeah.
And then I punched
And
an
a
elephant.
hamster.
And a hamster.
Yeah, so S-Sphere just kind of is glaring at it, like, teeth bared. Like, where the fuck do you think you going?
It's gonna try and attack you from the point of your sword.
Oh, that's fine. She'll draw aggro.
And it rolls an 11. So what do you roll in your defense?
10 altogether, so it still... Yeah, it chomp.
So, yeah, it bites you for an 11, so that's 2 lethal. So it actually shimmies itself up your sword, like, with its impaling, so it's pulling itself up and then bites your hand.
She just, like... And she, like, glares because it's going through her...
moi!
Going through her scaled gauntlets, and she just growls.
Okay, you've all got armor. Why do I keep forgetting that? 2 lethal.
S-Sphere doesn't have
S-Sphere does not have
Oh,
armor.
okay. S-Sphere takes
someone that doesn't have armor.
2 lethal.
So that brings my health down from 7 to 5, right? Because lethal box is completely...
Yes.
Lethal takes out the box. Okay. Yeah. So she just glares at it and just is growling angry Russian curse words. So, promising to send it to Baba Yaga if it keeps it up.
Okay, and because he is now not distracted by centipede bullshit, the guy with the vibroblade does hit it for another lethal with his vibroblade, but that actually no, it's a blade. So yeah, he takes it at it's biting you hand, and he basically does the same thing and like stabs the other side of it and starts pulling it away from you. And it just sort of dissolves into ichor.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Isphere's holding it in place for him. He can't miss.
Yeah.
Glad you're not doing this with shotguns.
I don't have guns.
No. I mean, just the you two playing catch with this centipede.
Yeah.
I had to use something with knockback because I had to get it off the guy.
Yeah, Isphere just like pulls her sword out of the ground and just like bro nod and gets back up and goes to fight whatever else is next.
And it is 10:16. Yeah, so Holiday, based on how everyone's fighting, there are a lot of people here with military training, but even the Imperial military doesn't necessarily train you to fight, like, mini
18
monsters.
armed monstrosities.
Yeah.
Not anymore, they don't.
No. True.
Oh no, they do now. It's just focused on us.
So, what am I rolling my defense against?
Oh no, this we're gonna end it at the end of round 2, or or rather we're gonna end it at 2.1.
Okay, yeah, this is the midpoint of round 2.
Yeah, so I've written that down.
Excellent.
Ready tracker. So I can remember what this document is when I close it.
Okay. Whew. Well, that didn't go as badly as I thought. Oh, at least
we're not dead.
Yeah.
Things could have turned out very poorly.
So,
it's only the middle of round 2. I have up to 10 rounds prepared. It could still go badly.
But it hasn't gone badly yet.
I mean, half of our forces did just,
almost
the Holiday
explode.
Fixed it.
I don't know how much more that he can do.
That one actually doesn't cost me any glamour.
Nice. We will take it. And if he does lose all his glamour, we have, between us, 26 goblin fruits. So we can just play buff the friend. Yeah.
So I think next session, we'll finish out round 2.5, and then we'll just go to there being 10 one round, because otherwise this will take us 2 months.
Yeah,
again.
I agree with you, Typhonius. The PCs have not had to be revived yet, so it's going well.
Yeah, revived. That thing I don't have the ability to do.
I don't think that's a World of Darkness specific ability in general.
No, being raised from the dead is not.
I mean, unless you're a vampire.
Or a right kind of mage.
I was gonna say, there's life mages, right? That can do crazy shenanigans.
I was thinking of the death mages who might just, pick a corpse off the ground and go keep moving.
There's both. Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, we have one of those death mages.
Yep. Alright. Well, chat, that was the first leg of the battle of the wound. The battle for Ponos.
Our mages are only at 3 successes so far.
Out of 50.
They've got 10 rounds.
How many mages have we got?
50. Well, 50 doing the ritual, and about 150 more fighting.
Right, yeah. I'm just like, how many... Never mind.
I'm curious to talk with you on how the math works.
I rolled all this before game, so...
Oh, okay, got it.
However, you guys doing things that might screw up might deduct from that pool of successes.
Got it. So somebody botching their clarity roll. Cool.
Not necessarily their clarity roll, but other stuff.
Yeah, if you miss your, attack or whatever, then that's something that's getting by you to the next line and then possibly to,
Yeah.
And then you two have the, dubious honor of attracting the biggest, baddest, scariest, meanest thing in this entire area.
The gentleman under me has spotted Thurazaz. I'm not worried.
Under you?
with the way the screen is.
Oh,
for
okay.
screen.
That's not how it looks on my
Phrasing.
screen. I'm very confused.
I apologize.
Phrasing.
I apologize to your partner as well, because that was not what
and
I
chat,
meant. I'm just gonna...
If there are any NPCs I didn't get to tonight, I think next week I'll put the cooldown back on, but not limit the number. We will have them still for next week, because that's why I write this shit down. In my notebook, in a handwriting I can sometimes read. Anyway, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. I hope this was an entertaining big battle. The BBEG may or may not have already shown up. We're not sure.
Sneaky.
What's an Indoraptor? I'm very confused.
I'll show you later.
Okay.
Yeah, put it on the Discord. Join our Discord for more information about this game and casting calls, which are currently open for this and other games. On Tuesday nights, we will be playing G.I. Joe Relics of War, which is GM John's campaign, where we are apparently dealing with Transformers now, even though that book's not out yet. But it's John's one true fandom, so I feel like I shouldn't have been surprised. But again, that is Tuesday nights, Campaigns in Disguise. That's the new name. Campaigns in Disguise.
I dig.
Anyway, so yes, Magic Fish Radio, Tuesdays and Saturday nights. And next Saturday, we are hopefully playing Caribus the Crystal City, finally! If not that, then, like, I'll roll up some Demon Hunters or something. Like, I miss doing the indie one-shots. Because they're nice little palate cleansers between all of this that is happening.
How long is the road to Caribos? Harder than grief than greed. What should I ask for when I get there? Only for what you need. Your heart is fair and your feet are light. You may get there and back again by candlelight. No. Oh, that's actually Babylon, but yeah.
Close
You know
enough.
that one?
Okay.
Babylon being the name of Holiday's character in G.I. Joe.
Yeah, I was like...
You mean that Babylon?
Probably.
I was referring
Deacons
to
around.
the Diana Wynne Jones poem, but yeah.
So yeah, and so that's Tuesday night, G.I. Joe. Please watch us live, because that means people can tell us when they can't hear us, which was last week's. So if you watch the VOD for that, you know, watch until the break and then stop, because the audio is borked for the second half, and we have some recapping to do on Tuesday.
And boy, did things take a turn between part 1 and part 2 of that episode.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, Sawbones nearly created TPK, but it's fine. I'm teasing. It didn't happen. I was being...
I make the TPK. Actually, I think Babylon does. I don't know. Anyway, so yes, join our Discord, answer casting calls. I think we have room for more players here. Our player base has been fluctuating wildly because, again, this summer is cursed. Cursed, I tell you.
The 20s are cursed.
Yeah. They were last year, or they were last century.
Yeah, things didn't sort calm down again until September.
Good to know. But speaking as the newest person who's joined these wonderful, wonderful people, you should sign up for the casting stuff. They're great.
Yeah.
They pretty much yes and everything. It's kind of scary how much fun it is.
Because I actually took improv classes, so I actually know what yes and means.
You too.
And don't assume I know from my friend telling me about half of a BuzzFeed article he read, which is what most LARPers think yes and is in the Northeast. I'm not bitter. Anyway, hi, I'm at Ms. Chrysula on all the social medias, on Instagram and Twitter. I keep signing up for stuff on other channels and keep not getting cast, but we'll see. I've also not been feeling great lately, so maybe that's for the best, but I'm feeling better today, despite having a mouthful of marbles. So any stuff I'm doing on my own, also pictures of gardening and sewing. I did sewing today. I haven't done sewing in weeks.
Can't wait to see.
It's a bathrobe.
But
I
better
need
than
one,
what I can do.
Woohoo. I drafted my own pattern. We'll see if it works. So yeah, those photos are on my Instagram, and they also go over to my Twitter. Same name. And I'm also that on all the Discords. But yeah, join our Discord. And with that, and if you are a tabletop RPG writer, developer, playtester, contributor, artist or just fan and you want to run a one-shot with us, we do those on Saturday nights, usually. Let us join our Discord and tell us. That's also on the application form. If you want to be a guest GM, like, we're up for it. Because I'm not going to any cons ever again because apparently this plague will never end. So I need my new game fix. And I'm making all these folks deal with it.
Oh no. How
We're here for
terrible.
it.
Yes, Typhonius might be running us a Power Rangers game.
That could be fun.
That could be fun. One that's actually been copy edited would be amazing.
We'll see.
Typhonius, help us heal our broken Essence 20 hearts.
I kind of like Essence 20. It's an interesting system.
I was gonna say, G.I. Joe experience hasn't been terrible, but I was not scarred as you all were with, like, Power Rangers.
Also,
so.
I don't think we've had a proper combat in G.I. Joe yet.
That's a good point.
It's coming. Where I get to go all equilibrium on everyone, because I can be a cleric in 2 systems. It's very different in G.I. Joe, kind of cleric. Anyway.
Said it before.
So
it's not, like, safe for anybody. Like, you... no, Fadier, that's not the way to...
cosplay as someone in a hazmat suit. That would help my costume budget. Anyway, I'll think about that later. Say it on the Discord. I won't remember this ever happened. I'm gonna go look for someone to raid. So let's go backwards in goodbyes and outros. Esphere, who are you when you are not being attacked in a slap fight with a centipede?
You know, it is bad day. I was not prepared for this. It is fine. Next combat better. But anyways, Ace Fennec. I don't know why let me change. There we go. I'm Fennec. You can find me on most things at the Fennec Wolf. I do stuff here with Magic Fish Radio. I'm doing some stuff with Pseudonym Social, Nerdsmith. Trying to work on getting my own projects together. It's just gotta figure out the hellscape that is work, and then hopefully stuff will come from there. Join the Magic Fish Radio Discord. Sign up. These people are awesome. Magic Fish Radio. Don't ask me to talk. I have the opposite problem with Chris. Is my brain goes super fast and words get thrown in where I forget what I mean to say.
I do that too. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Next person, because I'm embarrassed.
I am Zardos at Once and Future Doctor on Twitter. I run Duffelbag Full of Zombies Press. I write role-playing games. I make supplements for games. Every once in a while, I will run a game here and there. I have wonderfully bad stories about things you should never do in a game.
He has great stories about Ewoks.
Fucking hate Ewoks. I do have an Ewok for you after the game.
2,226 things that Mr. Welch is no longer allowed to do in an RPG. If you've seen that list.
I will tell you the Ewok horror story from last night after we get off stream.
Put it on the Discord.
Alrighty. And I'm Merc. I don't really do anything outside of this. Not anything for public consumption anyway. Although...
Oh my.
Hey, what I do in my room, if the camera's not on, is my business. Anyway.
Sorry, just...
Respect.
Anyway, that aside, I'm actually helping out a buddy working on a new stream that they're putting together. It's going to be called The Shattered Compass. It's going to use Pathfinder for Savage Worlds. And yeah, it's actually going to be on the Zoe channel. At least Bryce is the show producer and showrunner. So Bryce Bebop, if you know him. That's going to come after Gen Con, but working on it now and trying to get the website up. So
are they
that's
doing
part of
in studio?
Yes, it's going to be an in-studio show. Yep.
Cute. Yay, Zoe is fun. Is that going to be their Monday night game?
It's looking like it, because there's nothing else in that slot. But yeah, the players are Mark Thomason, Helen Roundhill, Megan Kirby, Owen Severns, Xander Layden, and Sharon Bebop. Yeah, that's it.
Cool.
I can do counting. Yes, and I'm working on a website for it, so yes, it's going to be cool. Hopefully.
Yay.
Hopefully it's going to be cool.
We like Zoe here. Several of the founders of this channel met through Zoe. and Demon Hunters.
Zombie Orpheus Entertainment.
Yep.
They'll be at Gen Con this year, booth 100.
I won't.
Yeah.
But I have been on Zoe's streams before they went back to the studio. It was my first stream in a Demon Hunters game, where Merc goaded the GM to let me on when they had a lack of players, and he just didn't think he needed to read my character sheet.
You were, they were down a player, and he's like, hey, does anybody in the audience want to try this? And I'm like, hey, Chris has got a bunch of characters ready. You're the one who chose to play the cat.
Well, I don't think I had anything else ready yet. I just had the cat. I don't think I had Kathy yet. I don't remember. Anyway.
I don't remember.
I was like, I'm playing a cat, and do you want to read the character sheet? No, it's fine. Are you sure? And, well,
You still did a better job than Dupe when he showed up with the necromancer. Fuck.
Well, the necromancer who is obsessed with cats, the musical, yeah.
Right, yes. The
That was the clip that somebody showed me.
Excuse me, the necromancer. Sorry.
Anyway, we're rating Pixel Circus.
Sounds good. But I think you were the one who sent me that link, Mark.
I traumatize people in the fun way, not in the painful way.
Right, yes. Evoking Cats the Musical.
Alright. Get ready to raid Pixel Circus, because they are running Damsels and Dice again, which I haven't seen them do in a while.
That came back?
Yeah, I guess. They're there. So again,
cool.
chat, again, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. I hope we gave you a nice distraction from the hellscape that is our real planet right now. And until we see you next time, either live, VOD, weekday, weekend, what have you, on the Discord, join our Discord. Please take care of yourselves, please take care of each other, and please Diablerize responsibly.